We're not connected.
What's going on, YouTube? I got the Prince of Pizza with me. What up, brother?
How's it going, man?
Not good. I paid $45 to figure out how to stream dual videos on 2 channels at once tomorrow with a guy, and you and me can't figure it out. Has anything come up on your end, giving you like a cue or anything now that we're live to do that? Because I set it for you to be able to do it, I think.
No, it just gave me the note. I just got the notification that you went live.
I don't understand. I do not understand. Does anybody know how to do this? Anybody at all? Is there anybody even in here?
I can't see yet. I'm trying to get there. Let me see. Here.
I suppose I can record the video and he can drop it on his channel later if I can figure that out. I'm kind of technologically special, if you know what I mean, dude. I'm challenged. I'm gifted. I'm gifted. That's what I am. I'm gifted. Thank you. So what's up with you, man?
Oh, nothing. We just went and did the Easter thing, and yeah, it wasn't too bad. It was had some red enchiladas for dinner, and the girls are getting older, so they are probably not going to be able to do this much longer, or they're not going to be interested in doing it much longer.
Really? See, this is stupid. StreamYard ain't even showing me the chat. I look on YouTube, I see Chef, what up, J-Lo, Mellow Stacks, Cyclops. This is weird, man. This is real strange. Do you see the chat in YouTube?
No, I'm not. Chat with it. Yeah, I'm not seeing.
I mean, in StreamYard. Yeah, you got to look at it on the YouTube side. I don't know what's going on with StreamYard. This is strange. Boy, I'm kind of irritated here. What's up, fellas?
Hey, okay, I found us. There's 2 watching. There's 2 people in here. You're supposed to be able to see this on whatever it is you're streaming off of, the chat.
I know, but it's not working on my end.
Yeah, I'm just getting the laptop in of it.
This is strange. Does anybody know how to stream this video? And I am upgraded again on this stupid StreamYard, so I have the option. Does anybody know how to stream on 2 channels at the same time? Anybody at all? Because apparently I'm special.
So now we're getting a commercial. Okay, Mellow Stacks, Joseph.
I can't believe Mello's here. Happy Easter, y'all.
Happy Easter, everybody. Jay Cyclops. J-Lo, what's going on, man? Hey, we saw some stuff flying around on the way home. And made me think of J-Lo. Just popped into my head. I hope your culo healed up nicely. He was having that problem there.
The bloody culo. Mi amigo.
Yep.
Hey, by the way, y'all that are here, I'm going to be on tomorrow at noon with a guy that y'all don't know. He actually lives about 45 minutes from me. I've been talking to him for a couple of years on Facebook. Cool dude. I'm trying to figure out how to dual stream. I don't know how. But so hopefully y'all are here tomorrow at noon Pacific time to catch that if you ain't doing nothing. I know Cyclops ain't going to be working. He's retired.
Who else
life? Huh?
You know who else won't be? You know who else won't be working?
No, man. Who would that be? The Prince of
the Prince of Platinum.
The Prince. But he ain't got none. What up, Just Stack It? Dude, maybe you can help me, Just Stack It. I can't figure this out, dude. You're friggin' Mr. Techno. By the way, where's your Facebook? It disappeared. This is annoying. I paid $45 for nothing. Whatever. Hopefully I can record the video and he can drop it on his channel. I don't know. Figure something out, I guess.
What's the goal for him? He's got a new channel, right?
Yes, he's got a new Rumble and a new YouTube channel. He's just breaking out.
Okay. What's his content?
He's him and Mrs. West would get along real well. He likes metals. He likes the 2A. He's kind of like a QAnon type, if you will, I guess, in a lot of ways, but he's really smart. He's got a garden, which I want to get into. He's a smart prepper, but he's definitely more the, like when I make fun of your old lady about the tinfoil hat, he's more on that end of the spectrum.
Oh, okay.
Don't necessarily mean, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
That's cool, man. Man, I know it's so, when I first started doing this, I thought, God, how hard could it be, right? I'm going to buy silver, and I'm going to order 5-ounce germanium bars all the time, and I'm going to put out videos. It's going to be the easiest thing to do. And yeah, it's pretty hard. It's not as easy as it, you get that mental picture in your head of how easy it's going to be, and it turns out not to be so easy.
Right. Well, hey, just stack it. Hit me up in the morning, will you? I'll call you because I got to figure out how to either record this that I'm doing tomorrow or stream on 2 channels. So maybe if you can answer your phone in the morning and assist a brother for a minute, that'd be grateful. I'd be grateful. 79. Where's Nickel? Where's Mrs. 79? Oh, and you're right, brother. So the Prince of Pizza, who will be working tomorrow, unlike the other. Okay. And you're right. It ain't easy, man. It's hard to come up with stuff to talk about all the time. And it's hard to, I like to stack pretty consistently, and I like to prove it on my channel because there are some channels that are stacking channels that don't seem to do that because they don't stack, and I don't want to be one of them guys. It's hard, man. It's real hard. Didn't that guy say he's starting a job though soon in his live that you were in earlier?
Oh man, yeah. He's going to be a solar panel engineer technician. He's gonna.
I thought he said he got a job offer. Did I mishear that?
Oh no, from what it sounded like, he's got the job. It's $3,000 a week or.
Huh. What's up, John?
He's just. The dude lost me when he said that he was a kung fu master in Chinatown.
Chop suey, man. Well, Bruce Lee had to learn from somebody, don't you know?
Oh well, that's the other part of the story. The person he beat apparently had beaten Bruce Lee or something like that. I don't know, but it was awesome. It was awesome.
Wait. Hold on. I'm just a simple old hillbilly. Say that one more time so I can process that.
He had the person that he beat in a karate match, kung fu match. He apparently had beaten Bruce Lee or had trained Bruce Lee. It was something along those lines. Freaking hilarious.
Man, that's some amazing story right there. What up, Craig? If you're around tomorrow, noon Pacific, Craig, stop on by.
It's right along about the time where, I don't know. I don't like to tell too many people this, but I was actually an underwater welder on nuclear subs, and at one point I had lost the use of my legs. I got the bends going up from the depths of the ocean. Those are somewhere around the Marinara Trench or something like that. And marinara, that reminds me of pizza sauce. Oh yeah, Mariana. No shit. And anyhow, so they just decided to weight down the wheelchair and put a scuba tank on me and throw me off the top, man, and feed me that airline out there. So I was just underwater welding on these nuclear subs, man, in a wheelchair.
Oh my!
I mean,
after your service, didn't you get recalled because you're like special ops certified, special guy or something too?
I had to. It was some real hush hush, Blackwater type stuff. When Obama flew that shipment, that pallet of money over to Iran.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was hiding in the pallet.
Oh my. And now you're just a lowly pizza guy, man. Just a pizza boy.
No, well, honestly, I'm just, what I'm doing is just ops, man. I'm just out traveling around the city, just, looking for the bad guys,
Oh, you're slipping something in the bad guy's food and disguised as pizza. That's what you're doing.
Just one delivery at a time, man. Justice is served one delivery at a time.
Oh, that's funny. All right. So let's get serious for a minute. You did leave a comment today, and you said something along the lines that was talking about constitutional and gold that you're going to start working on. When's that happening, big boy? I keep hearing about it, man. You know how I feel about the gold train. What up, Beto?
Well, I think I do believe I'll probably pick up a 10th ounce on Saturday. Just a little 10th ounce.
Oof, I like the way you're talking.
Yeah.
Oof.
I had 10th ounce and a few ounces of silver. I was going to do it yesterday, but he wasn't open.
I wonder, because of Easter coming up?
Yeah.
What up, High Desert? And again, since some new people have joined, I will be on with a new guy you guys have never met tomorrow at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So y'all need to help me welcome a new gentleman to the community I've been talking to for a couple of years. He's a good dude. So we will be on my show tomorrow. Why you calling me junk, 79? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm already starting to go through withdrawals, man. I like to have metal on the way all the time. It gives me something to look forward to. I've got one more shipment coming tomorrow, and that's it. I got, I think I got another roll of dimes, a full roll, and $1 in quarters. That's it. So almost 4.5 ounces, like 4.2 ounces. And I got to get another order out, man. But I want to start putting more gold in the stack. So I'm going to have the Silver Jones for a while, I guess. I don't know. It's a hard roll, man.
It is, and I've said it before, and it's been my problem for quite a while is
Sheffy.
Silver gets in the way of gold,
Oh. So
yeah. It's I don't know. And we've talked about it before.
And it's in a good way and a bad way. I mean, it's good because of the silver stacking addiction, but it's bad because it's pretty damn hard to stack gold when you're stacking silver all the time because you're so addicted to it. That's the problem,
Yeah. And it's just like, it's just like we've talked before, a 10th ounce eagle and 10 ounces of silver, they're pretty close to equally valued, right? 300 and something bucks,
Well, hell, 79, I've added half an ounce of gold in the last couple months. She's on me.
So when you're holding,
nervous. Go ahead.
When you're holding this next to a 10 ounce bar, you got a 10th in one hand and a 10 ounce bar of silver in the other. Just subconsciously, you're saying, I got more with the 10 ounce piece of silver in your hand,
100%. That's the stacker's psychology.
Yeah.
And well, it ain't like that's all I got, 79. See what's happening here, y'all? 79's getting nervous because her husband Nickel keeps selling all the gold. So she's afraid that Nickel ain't gonna have enough gold to take care of her. So she's trying to get old Consti to pick up the gold train so I could be the plan B man, I think.
I didn't know 79. I thought I seen them in Oh, Neil Hahn's Dynasty's live chat.
Yeah, I don't know what she was doing there.
I thought they were flirting there for a second.
She must not know.
Oh, this guy says he's got them guys that cruise through his neighborhood on Harleys. He's got them in check too.
No way. Really?
Oh, it was something else, man.
Oh, well, regale me with that story. See, I don't watch him anymore because of some of the things he said about me. So regale me. I fill me in, man.
Talking about, he got rid of all the unwanteds in his neighborhood with his fist of fury, and now even when the guys on their Harleys go through, they do it at a quieter pace. They're not revving their Harleys up or none of that nonsense. Yeah, it's something else. This guy is wild.
One man accomplished that, huh? Damn, that's impressive, man.
Oh, look, platinum too. That I got me 2 little 1/10 ounce platinums. I got a Kookaburra and a Britannia. Man, let me take that sucker out. So I was thinking about changing my name.
What are you going to call yourself?
Well, the Prince of Platinum's already taken, so I was thinking about maybe, I don't know, the
King of Platinum.
Well, King's overdoing it a little bit. I was thinking maybe the Jester of Platinum. I'm the Joker of Platinum. I don't know. All aside, man, you were talking about the constitutional silver, and I've noticed that you have been putting away some tubes this so far this year, and it kind of, I walk into the LCS and I see all this stuff that I want, and all the stuff that I would like to have, and I get so like unsure of what I get. End up walking.
You cut out right there. You get unsure of what?
I get so unsure of what it is that I want so much that I wish I could go in and be like, I'll take one of everything, but can't really do it like that. I mean, when I say things are different here in the Permian Basin, here in the oil patch, when the rest of the country is going into a recession, we seem to be doing pretty well here. And like 2 weekends ago, he had a 10 ounce platinum Johnson Matthey bar. And I was in there on a Saturday, and he opened up Tuesday. He's closed Saturdays.
Didn't you set Neil? Didn't you set Neil up with a deal on that or something? You were saying.
Well, I mentioned it to Neil. I mentioned that I could probably get him a good price on it. He declined. Apparently, he doesn't have the funds. And
oh my,
yeah. So anyhow, that 10 ounce platinum bar didn't last very long in there. I mean, it literally set the day in there, and that was about it.
And what did it sell for? Probably about 10, 1,200 bucks, 10, well, probably a little over 10 grand with the premium. He probably sold it for what, 11?
Probably 11 or 12. Yeah, I wasn't there when he sold it, but I mean,
that's a chunk of change.
I don't know if any of y'all in the chat or if you've had the pleasure of just hanging out in an LCS and kind of working behind the counter and just behind the is pretty unreal, man. I mean, a lot of people think that, oh, well, he just sold an ounce piece of gold, you know. So God, he's got a lot of money. You know, he just made $3,500 or whatever it is off of it. You know, but that's not the way it works. You know, he might have sold that 1 ounce gold eagle for whatever it was going for, but he might only made $100 on the deal. You know, that's where the premium
yeah,
and all
man.
that stuff is.
Yeah, and people don't think about, you know, you're talking brick and mortar. You got to keep the lights on, pay the employees. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Luckily, he owns the building, so he doesn't have to pay rent or anything like that. But
no, Beto, I don't smoke that Neil shit. That's my vape, nicotine. I don't smoke that weed that makes you y'all know. I don't smoke that. Not no more. I outgrew it years ago. I got too much to do, man. I got stuff to do in a day. If I smoke that, I ain't getting nothing done but eating and making videos.
man, you'd think he'd be viral by now.
Oh, he's viral, all right.
I made him an offer tonight for there's one, you know, I don't have palladium, I don't have any of the other metals like that. I have gold, platinum, and silver, and I even have some gold backs and some copper bars around here somewhere. But I offered him 10 cats and $75 for a 1 gram crystallized osmium.
Oh my!
I told him I'd pay for the shipping and everything. I would ship them cats to him and the money if he'd just give me a gram of crystallized osmium.
Funny how that works, Craig. Yeah. Gold is up over $50 tonight as the dollar slides. Yeah, I have not looked, but I knew gold was going to go back up, man. People thought I was nuts. By the way, welcome in, brother. Gold's too expensive when it was what? When did I start pushing gold, Texas? Last summer when it was like $2 grand, 2,200 maybe.
Yeah. You know what? You started it when it touched you. You really started people know when it was heading towards 22.
And the names I got called.
Yeah. Oh man, you were crazy. You were out of your mind for buying gold so high.
And I still, you know, and I'll be honest with y'all, okay? I have sold some silver for gold, and people think I'm nuts. But what they don't understand is I got a lot of silver, and I'm too light in gold for my personal preference. And I see the writing on the wall. You know, and playing the GSR, I'm going to come out and say it. Y'all might get mad. Them days are over, okay? The GSR has been jacked up for so long. What's up, OC? The GSR has been jacked up for so long. It ain't never going to be below 80, in my opinion. If we're even lucky enough to hit 80, maybe 75. But silver's going to go up. But what people don't understand is gold's going to go up too, and it's going to outpace it as far as the percentage. And if y'all are waiting for that GSR to correct, good luck. Good luck. They're both going up, but the window is just going to remain jacked, I think, man. It don't mean silver's bad. It just means the GSR play is dead, in my opinion. Go ahead.
Well, there was a time when I first started stacking. I had about 200 ounces stacked, and I had thought about it, and I was going to go trade that silver in for 2 ounces of gold. I think the GSR was about 80, 81, or 70, 77 to 81 back then, if I'm correct. But when I was looking at this, and I talked to him about it, and he said, "Why would you do that? You're going to lose. because I'm not going to give you, he says, I'm going to give you spot price of silver for silver. So if you go about it this way, you're going to get that. Plus I'm going to charge you the premium on the gold too, so he said,
And
my best advice,
I get it. I get his logic.
Money and buy gold, and then you'll have both.
What's up, EMO? Well, and he's not wrong, but if the GSR was 77 when he said that, it would have been a smart move, because now look at it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm not saying silver ain't going to go up. I'm just saying gold's going to go up a lot more, I think. So that GSR, in my mind, ain't going to correct. I should just stop buying silver for a while and just switch over to gold, but man, I need that fix sometimes,
Hey, brother, I'm jonesing right now, man. This was I said that this morning, and the missus was like, "You can't say that. Don't say that. People are going to think you're a junkie." And I'm like,
We
"Yeah,
are.
I am a junkie." And
yeah, 100%.
I didn't get my fix this week.
And it just so happens that I like the metal silver over gold, like from a personal standpoint. So that makes me want to buy it more often, because I don't really care for gold as a metal. I don't like the way most of it looks. Some of it's pretty. I don't think it's very useful to humanity. So that works against me too, because I don't enjoy it like I enjoy silver. But I would be smart. I have so much friggin' silver HDP. It's not even funny. So I would be smart to go back to doing more gold like I was up until recently, and less silver. It's just, I got a lot of silver, dude. A lot of silver.
Well, you do know that if you want to get into the gold game even more, you got to buy gold backs, man.
I'm so glad you brought that up. It's my understanding that it makes good sense to stack gold backs, because I can get gold at $6,600 an ounce instead of 33 or 34, whatever it is now. So yeah, I mean that just makes sense to me. Why wouldn't I want to pay double? What the hell? God, these people. And then you said they tell you people ain't going to recognize constitutional. Well, if they ain't going to recognize constitutional, are they really going to recognize a friggin' gold back? Come on, man.
Yeah. No, my thoughts exactly, man. So many people are for. I'm not 100% against them. I mean, I have quite a few. I really do. When I was doing a lot of orders, I would round it off, and get a couple gold backs or whatever. I got the pirate one
for the free shipping or whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
I got the pirate, that 5 Florida one, because that pirate's pretty dang hot, so had to have it.
But to tell people to stack it, I'm sorry, this is going to make some people mad if they catch this video, I think is irresponsible. I think it's leading people down a real bad path. To tell them, hey, stack gold this way. And people are saying, oh, you can get twice as much secondary market. So you're telling me I can find some sucker to pay $13,000 for gold instead of $6,600 because I can double my money? I don't think so. I mean, there's a lot of idiots out there, but I don't think there's that many idiots. Are there? Maybe I'm missing something.
Go on Whatnot. Go on Whatnot.
Are they that dumb?
Yeah, Whatnot.
Oh my God!
I saw a guy on Whatnot who bought a half Florida gold back for $15. That's literally like $3 worth of gold.
For how much?
For $15.
What an idiot! Why wouldn't he just go on to Hero and get it cheaper?
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Apollo wants to know what part of Texas you're from, Mr. Odessa.
Oh, I'm over here in Odessa. I mean, what if you want to get people into fractional gold? Get on the camera there. I don't know if y'all can see that. It's a little dos peso, little 2 dos peso Mexican gold. And if that's too small for you, get the 2.5. I mean, fractional gold it doesn't have to be gold backs, man.
No, it shouldn't be. It should be a 10th ounce or above. And I was fundamentally against anything under a quarter or a half an ounce for a long time. But Nickel's right when he says this. He goes, there ain't nothing wrong with 10th ounce gold because at the rate gold goes up, you ain't losing on the premium. And he's right. So I think 10th ounce is actually the perfect size to stack now because it's easier to offload because shops will buy it. I mean, there are some shops that won't buy a full ounce of gold because they ain't got the funds. But almost all of them will say, I'll buy your 10th ounce. So I've changed my thinking on the 10th ounce gold, and that's why. I used to hate it.
Well, my very first piece of gold was this one right here. I'm going to knock all my shit over.
Oh, my God. There goes J-Lo with the grays, man.
It was a 10th ounce MS-70. The missus got that for me for Christmas. And that's it. Just bars. This is damn near I think there's a couple more pieces in the safe, but this is damn near the full stack of gold. About a year's worth. I had a quarter, couple pence, and that $20 St. Gaudens.
Well, and if the missus wants to give me something for Christmas, Southeast Stacker. Cartier, what's up? Dude, we got a lot of people coming up in here tonight, man. Apollos. Dude, look at all these people in here, bro. Huh?
J-Lo.
Oh, man. Listen, him and the Grays Aliens, man.
Listen, if you can get a hold of CDs, all right? CDs, compact disc players, right? They used to have them in the 90s. I don't know if they have them anymore, but hanging them CDs in your front door with some fishing line, and when them grays see the reflection in it, it'll scare them off and they'll leave you alone. I promise.
Roger. What's up, transient? Oh, man, that's funny. We love you, J-Lo, but you're on this alien kick, man. I think you've been watching some weird channels, Bubba. So, back to the Prince of Platinum, since you were in there. When does he start his new job, as he said? That's actually good news.
Next week. I think he said next week.
Really? Boy, that'll be the first time he's worked in years, according to what he said the other day. That'd be good for him. Huh. That's a good news day, man.
It's like we've talked before, that if people weren't so arrogant and cocky about stuff, then they wouldn't get so much shit over it, I mean, he's come out and said some pretty bad stuff about pizza delivery jobs or pizza jobs or anything like that, and then I caught that little bit about he's too good to go work at a 7-Eleven, and it's like, man, you're putting down a lot of people because of why, I don't know, I don't get it.
Well, and it's interesting because I get through work at my pizza boy high school job, I get premium health insurance because I demoted myself from management and I got to keep the health insurance. I pay a little bit more for it, but it's a Cadillac plan, buddy, and I get a good deal. And honestly, sure, tonight I didn't make nothing because of the holiday. I had one delivery and I went home, no big deal. But I average anywhere between $30 and $50 an hour a lot of the time. And that's between wages and tips. And that ain't no joke. If you're too good to go do that, something's wrong with your mind. Something's wrong with your head.
Yeah, no kidding. People don't see it that way. If you do, like over here in Texas, I make $10 an hour at the Pizza Hut. But if I do 4 deliveries in 1 hour and each delivery they tip me $5, well, add that with my hourly wage, and I just made $30 an hour.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I got more respect for somebody that goes to work at the 7-Eleven and supports themselves and someone else that sits somewhere else sucking off someone else's teeth. I got no respect for somebody like that. That's just me, though.
So it's just he likes to give out his little advice, about stocks and trades and buy platinum and crystallized osmium and I asked him tonight. I said, "Don't you need a source of income for this?"
Well, that's just it, man. If you're so wise with these picks, wouldn't you go get that 7-Eleven job to have money to buy those assets if they're so damn good? I mean, I would.
So he replies to that with, "Does Warren Buffett have a source of income?" Yeah, I was like, he was plenty.
I mean, I'm telling you, man, I think gold is a hell of a thing to buy. So I will go out and do Grubhub shifts just to Grubhub for gold. That's what I call it, because I believe in it and I want to make all the money I can to put it in there. Beto. So who are we talking about? Transient wants to know. Apparently he's not up with the cat guy.
Oh, the cat stacker himself. Yeah.
It's Niels Hahn Dynasty is his name, and he's got all the answers but none of the assets, Transient. So it's very interesting, and he makes outlandish comments. Like, I've been open about the fact that I don't like tariffs. I think they're a tax. That's just my personal opinion. It don't mean I like liberals. I can't stand them. But he makes an outlandish comment. Oh, you're a liberal. No, I just don't like one thing this guy's doing. So he's got all the answers. But none of the assets, which is interesting. And he came out and said that himself in a live the other day, from what I understand, that he ain't got nothing. Now, I'd be doing whatever I could to get these assets if they're such good investments myself. But it's just a different mentality.
Yeah. Like I said, the guy wouldn't bother me so much if he just, quit. If he'd quit trying to run other people down, and man, there's a saying we had kind of amongst us, and when I was in the Marine Corps, it is just, you don't have to lie to kick it, man. Like, be yourself, if and be honest with people, that's it.
100%. You know what, Psycho? I'm going to be honest with you. If I think what you guys should do up there, see, this is what people don't understand. They always say drill, baby, drill. And it sounds good on paper. But they don't understand that we have shale oil in the U.S. for the most part. We don't have that much crude. We can't refine our own oil. That's why your country sends us 61% of the crude oil that we need. And if I were them, I'd play hardball and I'd shut off the supply for a week and be like, how do you feel now? I would. That's just me. People are going to get upset with that. But I like to look at life like, what would I do in this person's shoes? I try to think about all aspects. You know what I'm saying?
I spent about a month. I spent about a month in Prince George up there in British Columbia. Beautiful place. Beautiful. That must have been back in 98 or 99. And that's when I understood, I caught a little glimpse of how bad that the people of Canada were being taxed. I mean, it was atrocious back then. So,
yeah,
for these tariffs, if it's going both ways, then it's hurting a lot more people than just us,
Oh, it's hurting everybody. John Deere and Ford are both saying, okay, we're going to Mexico. I mean, dude, this is not helping nobody out, my friend. It ain't working. It ain't working. Ronald Reagan warned about this. Did you know that Ford and John Deere both said, we're going to Mexico. We're done. See ya.
Yeah, I knew John Deere a while back ago. They shut down a big plant, and
yep,
and here in the States, and they were going to build one over there in Mexico.
Now, I'm not saying I like John Deere because they've done some shady things, but I'm just saying, man, that's jobs that Americans ain't going to have. So that's not helping nobody.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, for sure.
So,
you know,
and go ahead.
We need all the jobs we can get, you know?
Oh, yeah. Craig brings up the point about Harley. I forgot about that. Yeah. Yep. Cyclops. A lot of people are actually doing that. They're buying the Kubota. Oh, my. And this is the other thing, too. Now, tariffs should be 0% across the board. Free trade with all countries. And that would be beneficial. And that's what needs to happen. But you see, here's what people don't understand. We pay higher wages to our workers. So we're not a hugely desirable trade partner to purchase from anyway because we cost more to buy from. And that's just a fact. So raising tariffs on us, other countries doing it, isn't really going to hurt them that much because they're not buying a lot of our crap anyway because it's too expensive. A lot of people don't think about that. What's up, Herman? So I think people are a little confused. But anyway.
I mean, and that too. And I mean, let's face it.
What's up, Chick?
What kind of quality? You know, how's the quality of the products that we put out? Is it superior to others? You know, I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you this right now. A Japanese car is 100 times more reliable than anything we build, and that's a fact.
Yeah, and we're not even they're American made with Chinese parts.
Yep. I hear Nichols getting him one of them China EV cars, man.
Man, I'm surprised Nickel ain't in here.
He knew about it. I Facebooked him. He must have passed out, man.
Are you watching women's basketball?
Man, I'll tell you what. I don't know why he don't watch women's volleyball. Have you seen the way that they don't dress? Oh my Lord! I would rather watch beautiful women in bikinis play volleyball in the sand, but that's just me. I'm a man that way. I'm the epitome of visually stimulated, I guess.
I remember what's going on, man. Hey, I remember.
I know, Craig. I was making a joke.
Yeah, it was a long time ago now. Cigars. He was doing a live stream. Y'all were doing a dual live stream or something. And he had women's volleyball on.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
I was watching it on the big TV here in the living room, and Mrs. walked in, and you about had a fit.
Well, I'll tell you a story, and this ain't no lie. Cigars and I, every day, all we do, I mean, we send a few voice messages on Instagram, blah, blah, whatever. But all we do is send pictures of hot chicks on Instagram to each other, man. I ain't kidding you. That's what we do. And his old lady knows about it. She laughs. Sometimes I send her hot chicks on her Facebook. Yeah, we call her the wife. So if y'all ever hear me say the wife, that means Cigar's wife. That's the wife. Oh, my. Too much fun. Look at that smiling Marine right there.
Yeah, man. He was doing Saturday morning. He did a live stream with these. We were talking about PO. He brought up PO boxes, or somebody brought up PO boxes, and I said, "Yeah, I know. I got a cigar that's traveling halfway across the country just to come back from the West Coast back down to the Midwest."
Damn it! I'm glad you said that. That reminds me, I got to go to the post office box tomorrow. Thank you,
man. If it's even there, that goddamn post office. I don't know.
No, it will be because you sent it priority, so it'll be there. Because it was in. I think it arrived there Saturday. They just didn't put it in my box. It'll be there. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah. I mean, heck, I hope it's still good by the time he gets it. It might be all dried up.
I might smoke I might smoke half of it and then send him the other half.
Yeah.
By the way, I wasn't gonna say nothing to you about this, but I can't help it. I dropped a little something in my my locked mailbox. It's snail mail. Dropped a little something in there for you yesterday, so it should go out tomorrow. So keep an eye out in your mail. It should be there by Friday, probably. I'm hoping. Better show up.
Yeah, it usually doesn't take too long. Yeah, it doesn't take too long.
I wrote "do not machine" on it because I put a little love. I put a little love in there for you, so I'm gonna be pissed if they machine it and it ain't got no love. But I sent you a little something, just cause.
Ah, man, y'all don't. You know, that's nobody has to send me anything. You know, I do appreciate it, and it does it makes it. Of course, it makes people happy. You know, but there's some of these bigger cats that I've seen on the Yankees and whatnot, man, and literally have thousands of ounces of silver, and some poor guy that's just beginning his stacking journey, and they'll think, oh well, I'm going to send Yankee an ounce of silver. It's like, why? Why would you do that? Why don't you just add it to your stack, man? Trust me, some of these guys don't need any more. They get enough from SD and all that.
By the way, Craig, yes, I do follow Alien Senpai. I was watching her tonight on her channel. I follow her on Instagram too. She is one smoking hot, delicious piece of woman. Oh my Lord. Oh my. That's my nickel. Oh my. Yeah. We like Senpai around here, buddy. Huh?
I guess I don't know who she is.
She's this hot Latina chick, man. And she's just adorable too. And what she does is she listens to songs and she reviews them on her channel and gives her input. And she's pretty hot, man. And she's just, you can't not like her. She's just got a likable personality. Transients. Either we're putting him to sleep or he's tired from working. I'm hoping it's number 2.
I think he's tired from working, man. That guy's always driving.
Driving that high school job like us.
Driving that truck, man. Let me tell you, Latinas, these Latinas, they come with their own unique crazy. And sometimes it's a little too crazy.
If you piss them off, you better run. And yeah, Craig, I've talked to her a little bit in the comments back and forth. She's super cool, man. She's super cool. Yeah, I tell you, I love me some Latino women, but I'm scared to death of them when they're pissed. Same thing I dated a chick that was half Filipino once. Oh my, she was a nut. When she was mad, dude, what's up, Elite? You ran, buddy. Oh. Yep, Herman knows.
Oh, Gerald Draper just swapped a third of his stack for altcoins.
Well, you better run that by Neil, man. He's the investment advice king, so he'll let you know if you made the right call or not.
Well, he's Ninja's right hand man,
Yeah, he's got all the answers and none of the assets. So check him out, run it by him. He'll tell you if you made a good choice or not.
Oh, Mrs. is probably in there listening to me, and she's like, "Oh my God, this guy's gonna bury us." He talks shit about economic ninja and I mean, I don't really care, like if you're gonna put out content and push things on people, then back it up.
You know, brother, it is better to be hated for telling the truth than loved for telling a lie. So that's what I respect about you. A lot of people don't like it when I'm forthcoming and tell the truth. And You know, the bottom line is I got more respect for someone who goes to work at any job and supports themselves, and I got more respect for someone who tells the truth, whether it's popular or not, than the alternative. So I love you, brother. I mean, and you have been nothing but generous to me. Like, you know, you're on the bucket list, man. I'm gonna come. We're gonna hang out one of these days.
You know,
it's gonna be two fat boys eating two fat steaks. We're gonna hang out, dude.
one of the things that I was kind of looking forward to is, you know, my mom's is up there in Oregon, but her house, and she's going to be moving down here to Texas. And I thought, man, that's, you know, I figured that maybe with her being there, I could go up, and because Oregon's not like Texas, man. You go to drive to see family in Texas, you're going to be in the car for 6-7 hours. You know, Oregon, it's from where my mom's at to where you're at, probably a 2-hour drive at the most.
Where's she at in Oregon?
Prineville.
Oh yeah, Prime Tucky, about 2.5 hours.
Yeah. Man, I miss that Simeon Pass.
Oh, I was going to say it's a nice drive on the Highway 22 there, ain't it? Sisters is honestly probably the most beautiful place I've ever seen in my life, but it's as expensive as Portland to live there. But man, I'll be right back. I got to drain the main vein, so can you give me a minute?
Yeah, I'll keep everybody entertained, or I'll try.
But dude, you've seen Sisters, man. You got to describe Sisters to these people that have never seen it. It's paradise, man. I'm telling you.
Somebody, Craig, talking about bipolar. Sisters, Oregon. Wow. Well, the Three Sisters Mountains, man, they're beautiful. Just snow. When I was there as a kid, all the Cascade Peaks were snow covered year round, and it's kind of on the Sisters is kind of on the foothills of the Cascades. You know, over on the east side of the Cascades, and it's just a beautiful little mountain town. It got a little touristy, you know. There got to be a lot of tourists go there and kind of take over the place, but there's just so many beautiful places in Oregon to travel around to. I mean, I love Texas, but Texas is not the same. You know, I don't feel free here, and I talked to Constitutional about it the other day. You know, you look it up, and Texas is 96% private land. You know, so there's really not a whole lot of places to go. Well, that's all right, sis.
You were telling me that, man, and that, dude, that sucks.
Yeah, it does. You know, I mean, I got freaking egg confetti all over me. Anywhere you go, like, you can't just drive out. Well, unless you go to West Odessa. West Odessa is it's lawless there. But anywhere else you go, to go out target practicing, you're going to have to go to an actual range. Where in Oregon, you can just drive 10 minutes down the mountains, pull off on a spur road, and set up a target and start, you know, do what you do. But
Texas ain't the redneck 2A place everyone believes it is. Would you agree with that?
No. I mean, it's really not. You know, when I was 14 years old, and the times have changed, but 13, 14 years old, I could walk right through the middle of Prineville carrying my shotgun, you know, walking to the friend's house to stay the night because we were going to go hunt some geese in the morning, and nobody would bother me. You go to do that now, or
I can legally carry with my Oregon permit in places that you can't in Texas with a permit. And when I tell people that, they don't believe me, but it's 100% true. Texas is not what people think in a lot of ways.
Yeah, no, it's not, man. It's not. Oh man.
And you were telling me something else. I mean, I we should probably speak in code on this one, but you were telling me there's a lot of them quote unquote Portland girls in your neck of the woods now, which, man, if you got them Portland girls with a little extra something hanging in Texas, y'all know, woo.
Everything's bigger than even the sissy boys or sissy lalas. Hey, sis, can you turn this light off, the big kitchen light off, please?
Well, there's an old joke I heard years ago, and it's funny. I love Texas, but it's funny. How do you separate the men from the boys in Texas? And the punchline was with a crowbar. Oh, my.
Gerald Draper, man. Gerald Draper, he's there will be a lot of pizza. But what's this good? That will buy the old monster boxes. I don't. Yeah, I don't know what this guy's talking about.
I think he's talking about a lot of altcoins and stuff. He must get that inside info from the cat guy, because he must know something we don't know.
Yeah, I remember those damn Fruit Loops. Yeah,
cat man. Later, Transient. Sleep well, brother.
Yeah, take care, Transient. Be safe, man. And heck, man, I hope you get to come through Odessa soon. We'll stop and go to Bill's and go to the vault.
Oh, that'd be cool, man. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Transit's he's actually gotten to visit the vault a few times.
Have you met him?
It's kind of, yeah, I've met him. Yeah, I've met him a couple times. Dude, man. Yeah,
he's cool.
Yeah, he is. The first time he was trying to get here on a Saturday so we could go to the coin shop, and he ended up here on a Sunday morning. So I don't know. We were going to go have breakfast, and he was in town. So family, man, me and the whole family just go mobbing up and pick him up, and we go eat at this Mexican restaurant. And yeah, it was kind of an ordeal, But yeah, Herman have met up quite a few times.
I'm gonna need Gerald to decode J-Lo's message, because I think Gerald can do it. What is he talking about?
I don't know.
Yeah, just like them all them nuts that were saying Trump's gonna institute martial law on 420. I mean, where do these nuts come up with half the crap in the world? Oh, did you hear all the nuts that were saying up until today? Trump's going to do martial law April 20th. I mean, these people are just nuts, man.
Hey, when he lost I mean,
yeah, we know. Anyone who was watching the numbers knows what happened.
Yeah,
that was obvious, man. What a shame.
For a year straight after that, I heard nothing but, oh, he's still president. Trump's still president. Just wait, March. And March, it's going to come out that he's still president. Oh,
you wait, July. You probably heard that from the old lady, though, didn't you?
Oh, man, yeah.
Oh, my. I was a Q for a while. I'm a recovering Q-tard, to be honest with you. I figured it out.
The way I explained it to her, after hearing it enough times, I said, it doesn't matter to me if he is or he isn't, because there's only one outcome to any of this, and that's my alarm clock's going to go off in the morning. I'm going to get up. I'm going to put my work boots on and go to work. Doesn't matter who's president. Doesn't matter who's in office or what's happening with the government. I'm still going to have to do the same thing. And
you know something that people don't understand? You can make money no matter who's in office based on the investments you choose. You just have to shift your strategy. Even old Kid Sniffer, man, I did pretty good in the market under him because I switched my strategy. I mean, I don't like Kid Sniffer. I think he's a dirty old man, but I'm just saying people don't understand that. You can make money in any market. You just have to shift your strategy based on the narrative. At least, Craig, at least that's what the cat man told me, so it must be true. No, but it is true.
Craig, me and Miss West Texas was actually thinking about joining in on that. She was going to go storm Area 51.
I'm glad for both y'all's sake that you didn't do that.
Yeah, me too.
How hard was it to talk her out of it, though? But probably wasn't easy.
Well, she still, she'd still like to go to Roswell. And to tell you the truth, I would too. I wouldn't mind going to New Mexico during that during their festival over there, their alien invasion festival.
I do know about crypto, Gerald, but I was talking about J-Lo. The hell's he talking about? The serpent thing, the power's going out. That's what I want decoded. He's got some theories, man. That old boy. Yeah, I wouldn't mind going to Roswell. Check it out.
Yeah,
maybe we can meet J-Lo there, and we could all. What's up, Morgan? It's been a long time. We can all go meet the Grays, man. See what's up.
Yeah,
your old lady and J-Lo would be off hunting the Grays, and you and me be off hunting for treasure.
Oh yeah, definitely out there in the desert. Herman's from Roswell too, so man, that would be a trip, huh? There's a lot of these stackers that they go, they get to hit up these coin shows together and all that. But I don't know, man. I've never really been to a coin show. Have you?
Not per se. Speaking of meeting people, I met Morgan's. He was one of the people I met. He's a cool dude, man. I've been meaning to come by your channel. I apologize. It's not on purpose. I need to make an attempt to do that more. But yeah, I met him. I'll tell you what, that old boy can drive fast. Make no mistake. When Morgan wants to get somewhere, you better have your pedal to the metal if you're going to keep up with him. I don't know if he was trying to outrun me or what, but he was a cool dude, man. Let's see. I met him. I met Neil Hans Dynasty. I did. I met Savage, and I met Stackers University. It was a lot of fun on that trip. I mean, I wasn't a fan of going to California, believe that, but I told Savage because he kept talking about coming up to Oregon to see his old man, and I knew because something always got in the way. I knew if I didn't go down and see him, I'd never meet him. So I made a road trip out of it. Met 4 good folks, and Morgan's is down there in Southern Oregon, just before. Well, not just before, but he's close to the California run. So he was the first one I met. Hell of a guy. Yeah. Neil was actually fun to hang out with too. I'm not being sarcastic. Neil's actually a lot of fun when he's not going off on people. So that was fun. I hung out with him for a couple hours. Stackers University, we had a ball. Probably can't legally discuss all the things we didn't know. I'm kidding. We had a lot of fun. And then Savage, man, me and that old boy are two peas in a pod. What's up, Chick? I did. I got to meet Doc. There's a video on my channel about it, man. It's old. It's a couple years old, but it's there if you want to see it. Dude, we froze our butts off in that parking lot of the where did we meet? We had dinner somewhere. I think it was a not a Chili's. Help me out. It starts with the R, Red Robin. And let me tell you about Stackers University. This guy, he calls me up and goes, "Hey man," he goes, "Why don't I meet you in Sacramento?" I go, "Well, that's not very close to you." He goes, "Well, it'll save you an hour of going out of your way on your route." And he came to, man, I'll tell you what, that guy, I got nothing bad to say about him. That was solid. And then he led me back onto the freeway. He goes, "You don't want to take GPS. It'll get you all screwed up." He goes, "I'll go out of my way to take you down the freeway the right way to get you back on track." So Stackers University was a lot of fun, man. I would meet Nickel.
Yeah. So you say Morgan's is from Southern Oregon?
Yep. I forget where. Where are you at down there again, Morgan's? I know you're in Southern Oregon. Ain't you in, was it Medford? It was somewhere down there.
As long as it's not Klamath Falls. Klamath Falls is. But you get up there in the Siskiyous, man. There's gold.
Medford. Yeah, he just said Medford. That's what I thought. Yeah. Yeah.
There's gold up there. There's gold there in Southern Oregon. There's quite a bit of gold up there in the mountains and lakes.
I'll tell you something about Oregon. The further south and the further east. So if you go southeast, the further south and the further east you go, man, the more gold you find out in Oregon. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I tried.
I didn't meet Smart Silver Stacker, but we did do a live once on my channel together. He was fun. Oh, you met him. Oh, you met Cigars and Pirate. Oh, that's right. Huh.
Yeah, I think Southeast went to that big coin show in Florida.
That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah. And Pirate, Cigars. Yeah. Culture, Currency, Yankee, and Mellow Stacks, right on. Mellow's a homie. SGT, right on. He's cool. Don't know Ravenhawk. Culture, Currency is cool. Yeah, dude.
Ravenhawk's pretty cool. He does a lot of auctions.
Okay.
He does a lot of auctions, but Ravenhawk's not bad.
It's not ringing a bell for me, so
yeah.
Maybe I'll check him out. Let's see. But yeah, I got some people on my bucket list, man. I got to meet Texas. There's just no getting around it. And I mean, y'all can say whatever the hell you want about my nickel, but I got to put him on the bucket list, man. I got to put Cigar's ass on there too, and just stack it someday because they're both in Ohio. So I got to put a few boys on the bucket list. Maybe Southeast, that'd be all right. I forget where are you at? You're in Hickville somewhere. You're what? Alabama? I think you're Alabama, son. Man, you're way out there, buddy. Damn.
Man, check. You're going to Paraguay? Well, he's going to meet Austin Stacker next month. That'd be cool.
I think he's going. Isn't that Prague?
Yeah, I can't see it. There's there's all those I guess you'd say American stackers, right? There's a lot of us American stackers here, but there's a whole nother level to it when you get over there to the European guys, you know.
Oh, and man,
there's so many more. It seems like.
Hell yeah! I'll tell you what. I don't know if there's a VAT tax or something similar in for Czech, but I gotta say, and Patriotic mentioned this a long time ago. He goes, because there's no VAT tax on gold. He goes, if I was European, I'd probably stack gold more than silver, and that made sense to me. But them guys that are paying them VAT taxes, man, and they love silver so much that they suffer that tax. You got to hand it to them. They're dedicated. I mean, that's impressive. They really, that's impressive, and they're really getting the shaft over there. So, hats off to them boys on the other side of the pond. All right, I met International too. That's right. Did a video with him at the Portland airport. Actually, he was the first YouTube guy I ever met. Someone brought up International. Beto did. Yeah, he was cool, man.
I watched it.
Yeah, well, y'all know how I feel about dragons, so we're not going to talk about that. Freaking content stealer.
Yeah.
That is the only guy I've blocked.
Yeah,
I don't want him seeing my content because he stole it last time was at Harry's, and he'll do it again. So, got no use for dragons except for him being in front of a bus.
I don't watch him too much. It's kind of all the same. He's every little thumbnail he puts out is the coin dealers are going to close and all this clickbait shit. And I don't do clickbait very well, man. If you're going to talk about stuff, talk about something. Don't put something on that's misleading,
Oh, you mean like buy gold backs? It's a great way to stack gold?
Yeah. Buy gold backs, buy silverbacks,
Oh God, those are even worse, premium wise. And it's too bad because they're both cool.
Yeah.
No.
And here's one thing. Here's one thing that I that I really like about you is that
you should
when you
be
do
sorry,
a video,
Southeast. You should be sorry, Southeast, because you know what you're doing? You're giving a view to a guy that stole the content at the shop that I put on the YouTube map and really helped tank my channel. So I still love you, but you should be sorry for watching that, to be honest with you. If someone did that to a friend of mine, I'd never watch him again. Just saying. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I just had to get that out there.
Oh, so what I was going to say is, it's all these guys, they push SD bullion. That's it, SD bullion. And it's like, try something else, and that's what I like that you do is in your videos, you'll have something from Hero or somewhere else. And you'll let everybody know, that shop around, look around, look at different places,
Well, okay,
you might get a better deal somewhere else.
I tell people all the time, Monument's got a better deal on gold than Hero. Hero's got the best deal on silver. They got a way better deal on 90% than Monument. And I'm only paid by one affiliate link, and that's MoneyMetals. And I tell people all the time, you know what? Their silver is middle of the road. Their platinum's usually the best price. Their gold, not so much. But they got cool pieces. I never lie to people, do I?
No, man. I mean, I get on some of these channels. I get on their live streams, man. I just see in their chat, like, they push it so hard that they have thousands of people just suckered into it, and believing that that's the only place to shop. It's the only place to get metals. And the one thing I'm guilty of is for probably about the last year or so, I've only buy miles, kind of mild, but I get really good deals, man. I mean, I get excellent deals. So, why would I I love Hero, but why would I buy a 10-ounce bar from Hero for whatever it's going for when I can get it at my LCS for, $10 less or $20 less sometimes.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and why would I did the math last night for 90%. It was $3 more an ounce on Monument than it was on Hero. Why would I do that? But the gold on Monument is cheaper than the gold on Hero. So that tells me buy gold here, buy silver there. And, now I will say there are some gold pieces I really like on MoneyMetals, but you're going to pay for them. Platinum, best deal usually by far is on MoneyMetals. So if y'all buy platinum, use my link, please, and tell me about it because I caught them not paying me a couple times. I've still not got paid from them. I need $2 more to get my $50 payout. So if y'all want some platinum, use my MoneyMetals link because that's usually the best deal. But tell me you used it, so if they don't show me the credit for it, which I've caught them doing twice, I can go back and say, "Oh, you better fix this," because they do once you hold them accountable. I don't know if it's on purpose or not, but hey,
what's platinum at right now?
I don't know. Let me here. I'll bring up some. I'll just grab my phone. I'll look at the CMI chart. I got the app. All right, we are looking at boys and girls, and of course, this is CMI. It's not Kitco, but there's always a slight variance, but it don't matter. All right. Gold to silver ratio is 103.4. Palladium is 992.38. Platinum is 981.37. Man, I thought platinum was going to make me rich. That's what some guy kept telling me. Silver is 32.74 and gold is 33.7303. Damn.
Was that the Prince of Platinum? There saying?
Yeah, it sure was. It sure was.
Yes, have you ever thought about doing these any round, any condition, any mint deals that they have?
I've done that a couple times, and I see it, and I'm thinking about doing it again. The only thing that concerns me, I'm weird, man, and it's not really an issue with silver rounds usually, but I don't want something funky, some odd weight, or something that doesn't say what it weighs or the purity. But I've never had that problem, so I don't do it very often, but honestly, man, it ain't a bad way to go. It keeps your price per ounce down.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about you?
No, I've never done that. I've never tried it. I don't know. I guess I've never been worried about what they're going to send, you know?
Yep. Me too. I think I've done it twice, and I got some sunshines. I mean, I got some decent stuff.
Yeah.
When I was new and didn't know better, and I used AppMex exclusively, like in the 2009 era, they did me right on that, you know. But and then I think I did it both times from AppMex, to be honest with you.
I think it's I don't know. It's the same reason why I don't buy 90% online. And I know I could probably get a better deal like you did, but
I get it, dude.
I like to see it, you know. I'm just so worried I'm going to get a tube full of slicks, you know.
Yep, and I will tell you that is some of the liberties the Hero sends on the halves are kind of slick, and I wish I could just pick Kennedy's or Benji's.
Yeah.
That was the one nice thing about Harry's, who I'll never shop at again because, you know, he chose the scumbag over me once he moved into my territory, but he had trays, dude, of Mercs. He had trays of Rosie's, trays of Benji's, trays of Kennedy's, and they were almost always full. And the whole nine, trays of Liberties. And he would he'd say, yeah, go through, pick the ones you want. He didn't care. And I could get some real nice stuff that way, man. But I'll never give him a dime again, so it ain't worth it. But I know what you mean, because I really like picking it out myself. 100%. I like the meaty ones, man. I like my 90% with as much meat as possible. Oh, what's going on with the Prince of Pizza there?
Oh, I'm playing with the camera. Yeah, I'm switching it.
I'm glad you ain't playing with yourself.
Oh, man.
ASCs are always a good thing to have, J-Lo, and I'll tell you why. The price point right now is fair. And every 3-4 years, 5 years, the U.S. Mint drops production, and people will pay you an astronomical amount for them when you offload them, and that equals free metal. So ASCs are a good thing to buy when they're about $3 over for sure. And that's why. Because the idiots that love them, no offense, dude, last time the Mint dropped production, they were selling for $45 when silver was $18 an ounce out here. That's insane. You know how much free metal that is? So, yes, I recommend having some ASCs. I don't care for them. I mean, they're okay, but they're a good thing to have so that you can take advantage of that when said time comes, because that was the biggest price window that I've ever seen. But it seems like every 3 to 5 years, people pay astronomical amounts for ASCs because there's not that many coming out of the U.S. Mint. I've seen that happen time and time again.
Man, that's I don't know what I did to my camera. It's mirrored weird, but you know, I remember that I actually bought my first Eagle. I bought it from Harry's. It was about,
Craig
I guess
knows.
it was 2 years ago now or so. Anyhow, I bought it from Harry's, and they shipped it from Beaverton there to my dad there in Prineville. I got it for a Father's Day gift.
Nice.
So, and it was about $42 for that Eagle.
Oh yeah, man. I will tell you though, I don't think Eagles are anything special really as far as how they look. Like, they don't blow up my skirt. But man, the reverse proof Eagles, which I'll never buy them because they're too expensive, those are sexy. Just like them reverse proof Buffaloes I sent you. Those are sexy, man.
Yeah. Oh man, I love them.
But I can get that for bullion price. You can't get the proof ASEs for that. I'd like to have a couple of them, but I just won't pay the price for them, man. But they are so nice looking. Standard ASEs, there ain't nothing special as far as looks. But the proofy ones, oh my. But I'm a dumb hillbilly. I like shiny stuff.
Oh, see, happy Easter, man. It's still Easter.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Random mint deals most.
What's up, Kennedy? Welcome in.
You know, Miss West Texas here. She did do an order today, yesterday. yesterday or the day before she got one, and she ordered some Eagles through the Walmart app. People think that's strange, man, but she wants 2020 Eagles because we don't have any, and he did the Walmart app, and they're through bullion exchange, so we got a pretty good price on it, I guess. I didn't really bother to check. Sometimes when she does shit, I just don't even really question it too much. I'm just like, all right, whatever.
I'm probably going to get torn apart by people for this. I get it, because I buy metal when I have cash to buy metal. I don't say, okay, I'm going to wait 2 days and hope the price goes down 30 cents. I just always buy the shit. That's how I do it. And I've realized, because you see, you got to understand, I work a lot, so I have the capital to do that. And it works for me because I always have metal. I don't care if I buy metal, then it goes down. I don't care if I buy metal, then it goes up, because I'm always buying metal. And, like people in Singapore, they're always just buying metal. That's how I do it. A lot of people disagree with that, but I got a pretty damn big stack as a result. So
yeah,
I don't pay a whole lot of attention to that either. I don't get worked up at like, oh, I overpaid for this piece. I mean, I don't make a habit of buying high premium stuff, but I get what you're saying. I do.
There's times I gotta remind her about premiums, because if he had her way, everything would be intaglio mint, germanium mint. She likes those. What are they? The germanium mint, the Valkyrie series, and all that.
Now, if you're buying that stuff exclusively, that's a bad strategy.
Yeah.
I love Scottsdale. I don't love the prices. I don't buy much of it, or hardly any. I love Libertads a lot, but I ain't paying the premium. But when you're just buying generic bullion, or 1/10 ounce gold coins or rounds, it don't matter to me if it's a round or a coin. It's gold. I don't care. I don't worry too much, but I don't buy that high premium crap usually. I did buy some high premium gold, because y'all can say what you want, but if y'all have seen, like, I think I got 5 or 6 of them, those 1/10 ounce mercury gold rounds, or not coins, or rounds. Oh my God, there's a premium on them, but they're sexy. It looks like a gold mercury dime, man. I mean, you gotta love that. Oh man, I get those from MoneyMetals. You pay for them, but oh Lord. So I treat myself once in a while. The Yankee ice cream cone, as he calls it. Yep, weight matters. Hey, I'm coming off my soapbox. I just had to get that out there.
No, yeah, I mean, I buy it. I try to stay consistent. Some weeks are better than others, and honestly, some weeks there's just, I don't really like to dig through the back of the coin shop and nose around back there too much, because I don't know what he's keeping for himself or what he's going to put out in the showcase. So I generally tend to get whatever's in the showcase, But there's all kinds of shit in the back. I mean, there's just so much, and it's God, I love that bar, but what is that? Is he holding on to that for somebody, or what's the deal with it? But Herman knows what it's like back there, and he's been at the counter, but sometimes I really can't find anything that catches my eye, and I'll end up walking out with 3 or 4 buffaloes, but I try to stay consistent. I bought some yesterday, but it wasn't open, so.
That's right. With silver, the better off you are. The more you have, the better off you are, because that's where you win with silver. If you have a ton and there's a $3 move and you want to offload it and you got a lot, that's where you get your returns. I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
And I try to be consistent too. I have periods where I don't stack a whole lot. Then I have periods like right now, I've been adding quite a bit. But the times I'm not stacking, I'm buying stocks. I'm saving money in my savings account that pays 4.25%, which ain't much, but I'm always doing something. My loser lonely pizza job as a high school loser pizza job, as the Cat Man has said, it's afforded me a pretty good life to stack pretty consistently, and that's just what I do. I just stay consistent for the most part, like you.
Yeah, I never thought I'd far along. To tell you the truth,
it's amazing. Isn't it? It's amazing.
Yeah. I was trying to tell this kid at work, that at Pizza Hut, hey, you get some check from Pizza Hut, man. Go down there and buy 1 ounce every time you get paid. In a year, and do that for a year. In a year's time, add it up, and then add up how much it's worth. Man,
Yeah,
if he does it or not, I don't know.
If he does that, he's buying a couple ounces a month because he probably gets paid twice a month. So, hell, 24 ounces in the stack by the end of the year if he started doing that, give or take.
Yeah, and then, that's not bad,
No, not from a starting point.
Yeah. God, so, I did.
Put a one in the chat if y'all want to hear something sexy. And no, it ain't going to be me moaning. Y'all want to hear one of the most beautiful sounds in the world, in my opinion? Ain't that a beautiful sound? Y'all know what that is? I love the sound of silver. I don't know about y'all, but that is one hell of a sound. I just think it's beautiful. All right,
it is, man.
Gold don't sound like that. Well, the AGEs do, but it's because they have the silver in them. But nothing sounds like silver. Nothing. Anyway.
No, it's a beautiful sound, man. I like to get those tuba quarters and open them up and just dump them out.
Yep.
It's
the dimes don't make quite as loud of a noise, but the quarters and the halves, oh baby.
I actually need to work on getting a tuba halves. I don't know. To tell you the truth, I'd probably have a tube filled by now, but my problem with $half is I like to give them some bitches away. I don't know why. I have no idea why.
Constitutional Stacker P.O. Box too. Let me drop that in the chat for you, brother.
I sent.
Oh, Kennedy, I know. I didn't listen either, man. Give him time. Give him time.
Stack that gold. I sent Stack that gold a nice George Washington $half.
Wait, a Washington quarter?
No, the $half, the commemorative George Washington $.
Okay, I didn't know they made one.
Yep, it was in the 80s, 85, I believe.
I didn't know that. I gotta say, I like dimes, and most people their favorite 90% is dimes. And I am a sucker for beautiful Merc, which is why I bought all those gold Merc rounds. I am a huge sucker for the Merc. But I gotta say, that aside, I think Washington quarters in good shape, 90% quarters, Washingtons are so damn sexy. I don't know why.
Yeah.
When they're clean, I mean not cleaned, but clean, not all toned up, they're a damn beautiful piece, man. And when you lay them next to a clad quarter, they ain't as shiny, but they're twice as beautiful. They're just the silver really comes out in them nice, man. I love me some Washington 90%ers. I just do. Most people disagree, and that's okay.
So Cartier.
Wait. Hold on, Beto. I like 90% even war nickels. I ain't never seen no war nickel over 35%. Is there something I don't know? Because if there is, damn. Or
Well,
are you
I
just
think
saying,
you
or are you just saying you like 90% and you even like war nickels? I think that's what you're saying. I think I misread that. My bad. Anyway, you wanted to ask Cartier something. I'm sorry.
No, well, I was going to ask you too, but he says he loves to ping test.
Yeah.
Do you have a pinger?
I do. Yeah.
You do.
I do. In fact, here it is right here. I don't know where the little wood thing is. It's on the table somewhere, but yeah, it's right here, man. I do. You all see that? Beep, ping, ping. Where's the little wood thing? Yeah, it's over here somewhere. Oh, right here. Yeah. Boom. Here's a little wooden dowel, man. Ping, ping, ping. Yep, sure do. Honestly,
I guess I'm the only one.
It's a hell of a cheap invention to verify silver on the fly, man. I mean, I gotta admit. Yeah, that's
I
what
guess
they
I'm
don't.
the only one that doesn't have one.
They're kind of fun to play with, dude.
I always figured they cost a lot. I don't know, man. I'm kind of.
I think they're like $15, dude. $20. Uncle Sal used to have a link on his video. So if you want to look at Uncle Sal's videos and see if it's still there, I don't know if it is or not, but you can always go explore and check it out.
Man, I don't know. I'm just like Czech sent me some awesome stickers, man. He sent me a pretty awesome swag pack, and I like it and I appreciate it. I got my refrigerator all kinds of silver and gold stack attack. He sent me some, and a flag, a pretty cool flag that I got hanging up. I got it hanging up in the dining room.
I still got to hang the flag up you sent me and make a video. I haven't put it on my wall yet.
That the dang poker chips, man. I don't know. To me, if I have the money for poker chips, I'm just going to put it towards metal, anyways.
Sure. And yeah, Cartier, the app. I have that app on my phone for the pinger. It's pretty accurate, man. I've tried to trick it, and it's pretty tough. Speaking of Sal, man, I know this will never happen because he's a very, very reclusive creature. He's very protective of himself, which is smart. He's on the. I would love to have him on the bucket list, man. I'd love to meet old Uncle Sal. Oh man, he's been such a cool dude to me. I remember. I remember, man. Like long before anyone even knew my channel existed. I think I had 100 subs. Okay, I'm not kidding you. And this is when I knew Sal was a seriously, seriously solid dude. I remember the video. It was called something like the difference between ETFs and real silver, but that's what the topic was. And I will tell you what, man. Negative, Beto. No, absolutely not. Maybe hardcore. She's kind of cool, but no. I remember he left a comment on that video, and I thought, I thought it was spam. I thought it was a fake profile. So I clicked it, and it took me to Sal's page, and I was like, "There ain't no way this guy is watching my videos." I couldn't believe it. It was such a high for me, and that told me he's a super solid dude, man. I mean, he doesn't have an ego. He's not cocky. He doesn't have that mentality. Well, I'm a big channel, and you're a small channel. He's just a genuine guy. I mean, I email him sometimes, and we have chats, here and there. He's just a good dude. So
he is. His channel's growing,
and it should. I mean, we did it. We've done a couple Okay, I'll tell you all a story. This ain't no shit. Christmas. I forget it had to be 2 Christmases ago, maybe 3. I don't even know when I started my channel, but the first live I ever did of any kind. Okay, it was on Christmas Day or Christmas Eve, one of the two. It was on Sal. He did an open panel. And I told myself, you're going to do this. You're going to go up on panel. And I'll be honest with you, I was waiting backstage when I was like, oh my God, this is happening. I was so friggin' nervous. I was sweating. I'm not kidding y'all. And I pushed out and I closed the window. And I said, nope, you're going back in there. You're going to do this. And I went in there and I did a really good job with him. I didn't act nervous, but that was my first time ever coming up on a panel, ever doing anything to do with a live. I had never done my own live. I'd never been on anybody else's. And it was on Sal's freaking channel, dude. True story.
Yep. That's cool, man.
It was about 45. It was about 45 minutes in. If y'all want to go watch it, I think it was Christmas. It was I think it had to have been 3 Christmases ago, maybe 2. I don't know. It was not last Christmas. That's for damn sure. But man, it was about 45 minutes in and I was so nervous, dude. Oh, but it was great. And after I did that, I'm like, I can do anything now. Seriously. Anyway, I just want to share that with y'all.
How can you tell how many people are in the watching?
Right now we got 21 according to StreamYard and YouTube. It just says. Which, honestly, this was just supposed to be a test run. I was just trying to figure out how to stream the same video on 2 channels because StreamYard says now that I paid, I can do that. And I didn't accomplish that goal because I'm doing that live tomorrow with Tim. That's his name, Tim, America the Battlefield. And I don't know how to do it. So I might have to do a pre-recorded, which means there won't be no live chat. Or I might have to tell him, hey, man, let's just do it on my channel and we'll do one next week on your channel. I don't know unless I can figure this out, but I'm kind of pissed. But this was still a fun live. So
no, I mean it definitely is, but yeah, maybe somebody in the chat knows how to do that.
I don't know. I'm really hoping Matt from Just Stack It bails me out. What's with that blue, man? What's with that blue? Oh, we're at war now, baby. I'm just kidding. I just happened to pick one of these up just because it was cheap. I can give a shit less about the color. But I noticed you got blue out, so we must be rivalry.
So here's a question for you. On a little bit more serious note, I hear a lot of people, and I see a lot of people bringing it up in different chats that there's going to be a gold confiscation. What do you think about that?
Stuart, no, but tomorrow's might be at noon, so hopefully you're there. All right. That's one of the things that I disagree with Zhang and with Nickel. 100% disagree, and I'll tell you why. When was the gold confiscation? It wasn't even really a confiscation, but what was it, like 33 or something? Is that right?
Yeah, 33.
Like okay, 33. Okay, OCs. Okay, I'm right. Thanks, fellas. What was money in 1933? What was money? When you carried money in your pocket, It was silver and gold. I mean, it's still money, but that's what money was. It was in all of our money back then. That ain't the case now. Now we have currency. A bunch of my shit just fell over. I don't know if y'all heard that. I'm trying to pick it up. Sorry. And so back then, to do a quote-unquote confiscation was a pretty good bet for the government to get their money on more gold and silver, or their hands on more gold and silver. Now, ain't nobody got gold, ain't nobody got silver. I mean, not really, percentage-wise. It's too much work. It's so much easier just to tax us. It's so much easier to go into our retirement accounts, our brokerage accounts, our 401ks, our IRAs, tax us on things. There ain't going to be no confiscation because there ain't enough people holding physical metal to make it worth their while. I really believe that. I think it's lunacy to think that. Now, where Nickel's right is they might suspend trading. That's a possibility. But as far as your physical metal, no, absolutely not. That's tinfoil hat shit right there, my opinion.
Yeah,
and a lot of power. Exactly. What do you think?
From what I gathered about it, in 1933, that Executive Order 6102. Heck, I forgot what month. I forgot what month it was. Anyhow, when he signed the executive order, he gave him a few months. That it was more of a voluntary turn-in than anything else, Right. Now,
right.
It did say that you were that it was punishable up to a $10,000 fine and a year in prison.
No, I think it was 10 years in prison. I think it was 10 years in prison,
or maybe it was 10 years in prison. And
one guy did get caught. Only one, by the way.
Yeah, and that's because he was dealing.
Yeah, I couldn't remember the specifics.
Yeah, he was probably, from what it sounded like, he was trying to offload a bunch of gold coins to probably a customs agent back then. So
that sucks.
but it's like, they're going to have to try. They're going to have to figure out a way to compensate something else before they even attempt to go after anybody's metals.
Well,
So
look what Cartier just said. I agree.
it's not going to happen. Yeah, I agree 100%. But this is one of the scare tactics that they're using to push these gold backs. Because they're not. They say that they're an underground currency, but if there's ever a confiscation, then they're going to be collector's items.
I appreciate y'all talking about hitting the like button. I see a few of you have said that. Thank you. Oh, and that's 100% fake news. If I could drop a Trump fake news gif right now, I would. That's fake news, man. Fake news right there. The things these people are saying are just absolute lunacy. And let's talk about the firearm thing for a minute. I am a 2-time Trump voter. This last time I voted for myself, okay? But I remember the first term when he banned the bump stock, and I happen to have one on my AK-47. And anybody who tells you it ain't accurate, number one, ain't never shot one. And anyone who tells you it's not as fast as full auto also ain't never shot one because it's pretty damn close. And when he did that, I became part of the problem because I publicly went out and said, okay, I got rid of it. I didn't. I will never give up a standard capacity magazine, which they call high capacity. I will never give up an accessory. I don't care what law, quote unquote, they write. And I will never say that I gave it up ever again. So I'll be damned if I'm giving up my gold and my silver. That's all I can say. I ain't giving up shit.
Yeah. Now, one of the things, that is kind of funny to it, and there is some truth to it, or at least in theory, it sounds possible. So a lot of people in the community that make content, they like to say, well, the government doesn't know what I have. Which strikes me as funny because right now, if there's a Fed, I think OC, I think he might be a part of that three-letter organization. Well, I mean, he can clearly see what I have right now,
All right, OC. If you are a Fed, listen up. Here's one of my 9s. I got a 357, 45, 44 lever action rifle, but more importantly, here's what you care about as a Fed now. I got 2 ARs and I got 1 AK with a bump stock. Come and get them, Bubba.
No, but you get what I'm saying, though, right? I mean, we like to.
I'm funning you, OC, but
yeah, so was I. But
I do have
you see
all those
what
things.
I'm saying.
Oh yeah, I got 35 guns or so, and I don't care if the government knows it or not because they ain't getting shit. One round at a time, and you know what? That will be the hill that I go bye-bye on, and I'm okay with that. I ain't doing it. So I don't care if they know or not. I did not lose nothing in a boating accident. I ain't playing that game. But you're right. The government knows. They know. Now, I do have some things about private party while it was still legal and maybe a couple after. I'm not going to confirm nor deny. But I don't care if they know. I really don't. I mean, it's nice to have a few off the books that they don't know about, sure, but that's my line in the sand. I'm not giving them up, so it don't really matter if they know or not because that's my line. That's me. That's just me. I mean, this is America, and it's a God-given right, and it's in the Constitution. And it's in the Bill of Rights. Well, not really, but we got the Bill of Rights, the DOA, which no one ever talks about, the Declaration of Independence, and we got the United States Constitution. Mm-hmm. So I will die on that hill. I'm old, and I don't care. So if they can know about it, not know about it, it don't matter because they ain't getting them while I'm breathing. It's that simple.
Yeah, and the stacking and God, man, is how many people that are in, and we talk about the community, and the community is fairly small. There's so many people out there that stack silver and gold that we would never know. We'd never know it. You know, I see it every Saturday. You know, and 'cause people aren't, you know, a lot of people just aren't like, oh, I'm going to stack silver and gold and then I'm going to make YouTube content out of it. But mortality, man, at some point we got to face that whole, you know, I'm stacking silver and gold and mortality, you know, every year goes by is just 1 year less, you know?
Yep.
And,
and you got the crowd that says, you know, I will only buy metal with cash at the shop so the government doesn't know I have it. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I don't care if they know I got that either, because if they ever question me about it, hey, I sold it at a loss, man. Prove it. You know, prove it. It's all gone. And they ain't getting that neither. So I don't care if they know, oh, you've been buying from Hero, you make videos, blah, blah, blah. Right on, man. Right on. Don't bother me none. I'm a small fish. They don't care about me. I mean, I got a buttload of metals. Y'all watch me, y'all know I got a lot of metal. I stack a lot. But you know what? I'm a small fish. And I got 35-ish guns. I'm a small fish. They don't care about me.
Hey, but it's like I've been telling you, buddy, you never know who's watching.
That's true.
Right? I mean,
I'm starting to think you're a Fed, man. I might have to take you off my bucket list now.
yeah, not me. But you know, there's some of these places where we buy from, or you buy from, or just anybody buys from, that you just never know who's watching.
Oh, you talking about Hero?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jake actually called me and left me a voicemail after I did a video talking about that email I sent them. And I need to get my fat ass up tomorrow. I got a lot to do in the morning now, because I need to get my fat ass up tomorrow, try to figure out how to do this dual stream somehow. I need to go to the P.O. box. I can do that later in the day. And I need to call him back, because he's on your time, which is 3 hours ahead of me. So I need to get up. God, I got to get up at like 6 o'clock. I got a lot to do tomorrow, y'all. It's my one day off this week. It's my one day off. I had to get this, okay? Get this. I told the GM, I said, well, you gave me split days off, but you gave me Monday and Friday this week, and my schedule changes all the time. I said, I'll take it. I said, that way I ain't got to work with, you know, some chick I work with on Friday that irritates me. He goes, what? And he looks, he goes, oh, damn. I've only got one delivery driver on Friday. He takes his pen. I've known the man 20 years. You know, we're close. He takes his pen because he knows I'm going to do it for the company. And he writes me in the schedule on Friday, 11 to 3. I said, you son of a bitch. You took my second day off. You bastard. He just smiles, says, thanks, bro. Appreciate you. So I got a lot to squeeze into one day off this week, and that's tomorrow. That's my point. He did. And he just smiles at me. I said, and I looked at him. I said, you son of a bitch. That's just, we have that kind of relationship. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm going to be flat out honest, man. This place
for coming in. Sorry, go ahead. I was saying goodbye to Kennedy. Sorry, man. I wanted to catch him before he left.
Yeah. Hey, have a good night, man. Thanks for coming in. This place where I'm at, if they would focus a little more on putting stuff out than going to the back and ripping it up, we'd probably get a heck of a lot more done.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but you know, it's party time, man. We got to go out back and smoke the Catman tobacco, you know.
Yeah.
Yep. I know. And that's why him and I have that relationship. And I'm still a key holder. I demoted myself and I said, well, I was at a different location. I still got keys to your store because I used to manage here. I said, do you want your keys back? He looks at me, he goes, no. He goes, you'll be using them. And we're actually moving location soon. And I go, well, I won't have to worry about that responsibility no more because we're moving. I won't have keys to the new store. He looks at me, he goes, dude, you live closer than anybody to the new store we're moving to. He goes, you're getting keys. I'm like, yeah, I can't get out of this. So we have a good relationship. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And sometimes if he's got something going on or another one of the salary managers has something going on and I'm there, they leave and I run the store, you know? So I can't complain. I got a good deal, man. I do. Even though I got this loser high school pizza boy job, and it lets me stack metals every week. Oh, well,
hey, I've been at that Pizza Hut for over a little bit over a year now, I think.
Uh-huh.
And they've asked me, they're like, how come you don't want to make like shift lead or anything like that? I'm like, why? Why would I want to do that, man? I have a full-time job, you know. They're like, well, it would pay more. And I'm like, I'm really, honestly, the shift leads there, they make $13 to $15 an hour. And if I'm running deliveries, I can make more than that, you know.
Oh yeah, dude, I make at least double that on a bad day most of the time.
And
why would I do that to myself?
Yeah, and I don't really want the responsibility of it, you know.
No, I mean, what's the payoff?
Yeah.
Now, granted, as an assistant, you know, I was an assistant for 10 years, salary. I made more than GMs at Domino's. I mean, I'm very fortunate to work for the mom and pop company I work for. They take care of us.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I mean, and the reason I quit my job, I demoted myself, wasn't because I hated who I work for, as far as the owners go. It was because I hated the store I managed at, because you know, I got transferred and I wasn't happy. I didn't hate the job. I hated who I was doing it for, you know, the person directly above me. But man, I cannot complain about my gig. I really can't. Good night, transient. Sleep well, brother.
Yeah, take care, transient.
I can't. I mean, I'm telling y'all right now, I could call either one of the CEOs up. I got their number, and I can say, "Hey, man, I need a $3,000 loan." They wouldn't bat an eye. They'd say, "Come on down," or they'd say, "Write the check and sign it." I'll take this high school job.
Yeah, believe it or not, I'm probably. Well, I know I am. I am the only person that works at that Pizza Hut that doesn't know how to make a pizza. Shit.
See what Craig said right there, baby. I went to college for a couple of years, and that was the stupidest thing I did, because I had some student loan debt, and I make a whole lot more money not using what I went to college to do. Biggest scam in the world for most people. I know a bartender, man. A couple of them.
Man.
They make between $300 and $600 a night. This place is pretty, you know, does good business, and they're always bitching. And I said, "What are you bitching about?" "Well, the CEOs in America." I said, "Do you know how much money you make? Do you know if you invested your money and quit pissing away on vacations, how rich you would be?" I said, "Capitalism hasn't failed you. You've failed capitalism, dummy." And I said, "Who do you think's in a better position? You making $300 to $600 a day, or the person that's an engineer that has $150,000 worth of debt makes $100,000 a year?" Hello, people don't get it, because it's that cat stacker mentality of the pride of the job that I have. That shit don't matter. It's that Kenji thinking of, I'm going to lie and tell people online I got a Lambo. Nobody gives a shit. Pride and ego and trying to look good, that's what makes you poor.
Yeah, living beyond your means.
Yep.
You know, trying to live to impress, you know.
A smart man takes that 7-Eleven job and goes and drives DoorDash on the side, and then he makes himself $40 an hour between the two jobs, and he invests it. That's what a smart man does. A smart man don't sit on his ass waiting for a ship that ain't coming in, making a whole lot, you know, a whole lot of money with a cool title. That's the difference between people like me and people like that. And that is why I have assets. That is why I have money. That is why I have metals every week that I'm buying most of the time. It speaks for itself. So I am not too good to work at 7-Eleven. I'm not too good to drive DoorDash. I'm not too good to work at Pizza Hut. I'm too good not to, because I like having money.
Me too. And a single income family of 5, and this is the only other thing I could think of doing that wasn't you know, that physically demanding, you know.
Yeah. Now Gerald has me wanting pizza. Damn it, Gerald.
Hey, you know, they had one of those shops over there. I remember when I first moved to Prineville, they had one of those shops there, and it was probably one of the best pizzas I'd ever had.
That's a good pizza.
I forgot when it closed down, man, but it closed down, must have been in in the mid 90s, I think. If I can maybe the early 90s, if I can remember right.
I'll tell you this, man. It is the best pizza, or it's a damn good pizza. But I've been there since 2008.
Yeah.
I don't want to eat it very often. I'd rather eat your pizza or some crappy cheap pizza somewhere, because you can get tired of your own brand, even if it's the best.
No, I mean, you ask the wife and kids, they're just like, yeah, Dad, for reals, you're bringing home more pizza. I'm like,
yeah,
whatever. Now, the one thing that they do always ask for is wings.
What's going on here in the chat?
And
what are Craig and Beto talking about? Hold on, I'm missing something. Oh, Kenji probably has a toy car. Yeah. You're right. Sorry, they're talking about Kenji. I wasn't sure which one of the two they were talking about.
That guy's he's a pretty good troll.
Oh, yeah, he's good at what he does.
OTG's a pretty damn good troll, man. I don't know why he's not in here tonight.
He don't come by my channel as much anymore. We talk on Instagram quite a bit. He comes by once in a while, but OTG, he prides himself on being a troll, and you got to hand it to him. Love him or hate him, he's pretty damn funny.
He's pretty good, yeah.
He's pretty good. Honestly, from what I gather with him, he's got a real good plan. He's working his butt off, and he's got a real solid plan as far as like a split with what he's buying. Cash and metals, and he's putting so much into this metal, so much into that metal, so much into cash. So I think right now OTG's got a one-track mind of smashing them goals, and I can't hate on that. I'd rather have him out there doing that than wasting his time trolling if it's costing him success. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Even though it's funny when he's in here. So kudos to him, man. He's on a good path right now. Fucking troll.
So do you set goals, man? I guess I've never really heard you come out straight and with the goal.
You mean in general, or for finances, or what?
Nah, just like a metal stacking goal for like the year, like.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
You know what that goal is? I can say it one word: more. I've never understood why people have money goals or stacking goals. Like, I want X amount of dollars by this date, or I want X amount of metals by this date, because it's money. I want as much of it as I can possibly have, and all of it: cash, gold, silver, platinum. 3 to 5 ounces is enough for me. But gold, silver, I want as much as I can have. Cash, stocks. I mean, that's my goal. More.
Yeah.
And I know it sounds cliche, but it's true. But I'll tell you why I'm this way. This ain't no shit. In 2008, I was so damn poor, I didn't know how I was going to pay my rent. And that's how I started delivering pizza. And then I said, well, I ain't going to make no money doing this. So I got a second job. So I worked 2 jobs, 7 days a week, delivering pizza. And I made so much damn money. I did that for 10 years straight. And because I was like, damn, I'm making a lot of money. And I got used to it. And then I got into management, and I still drove on my days off for the same company. And then for a while I didn't, because I wanted to take a break and just did 5 days a week as salary, because I had a pretty decent salary. But that's why I'm this way, because I know what it's like to be poor and have no income and have no job. And that's why I think differently about, I'm not too good to work at 7-Eleven. I'm not too good to work at Pizza Hut. I'm not too, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I realized the reason I was poor in 2008 is because I wasn't doing the right thing. I wasn't working enough. I wasn't investing enough. I wasn't saving enough. I was the problem. And that's the truth. So I've shifted so far the other way that my goal is more, because I never want to be in that situation again. And I'm getting old, man. I'll be 45 this year. I don't want to be in my 50s and be broke. I would be paralyzed with fear. There are, people I'm not going to name that are in their 50s and have nothing, and they publicly admitted this. Dude, I would be so friggin' scared. I wouldn't be able to sleep. I wouldn't be able to eat. I don't know what I would do. So I bust my ass to never be in that situation again. I'm not getting married. Beto, I have no desire. I did take a test. I cannot have children, thank God. I like kids, but I don't like the idea of me having them. I would get married before I had kids, even though I can't have kids, but it's not a priority for me. I don't think I'll ever get married. I ain't had no lady in over 2 years, and I'm okay with it. There's only one thing I miss. Can y'all guess what it is as far as that goes?
Yeah,
it's true. I don't have that need for companionship anymore. I just don't have it. But I do miss knocking boots. I miss the feel and the smell and the feeling of a soft woman. I do. I miss that a lot. Donut punching. Yeah.
They're just so damn expensive.
Oh, but they're so damn sexy. Oh man, I seen this Latina today. I told you what I wanted to do.
Oh man,
I'm still thinking about it, man. Oh man. But you know what? What are the chances of that serving my financial best interest in building wealth together? Because most people don't have that mentality. So I don't want to get involved. Unless the chick is on my last woman, that's what happened. She was so bad with money. And she wanted to get married. I said, hell no. The government wanted her house because she didn't pay her property tax. If she went to work and made $1,400 in a week driving Lyft, you know what? She'd find a way to spend $1,600. I ain't getting involved with that. And that's most people, man. I can't do it. I can't do it.
You know, me and Mrs. We've been Miss West Texas. We've been together 11 years now. Yeah, about 11 years. And you know, sometimes it's both of us. Sometimes we're not on the same page, you know, financially, like where we want to be or the things that we want to do. Right now, the struggle, and it's funny because after 11 years, you kind of, it might sound petty, but like right now, I've been like pushing for her to stop freaking buying cat food for these outside cats, man, and it's costing me $30 a week.
Well, y'all got 4 cats, so I'd say y'all are cat stackers like Neil. Not quite on the same page, but y'all be stacking cats, and that gets expensive.
Oh man, no, these aren't for the inside cats. These are for the outside cats.
How many freaking cats you got, man?
Hey, those outside ones and the 4 inside ones. No, I ain't gonna lie. There's one inside one that I really like, but these outside ones, man, I'm ready for them to go away.
Send them down to Neil's. He'll take them. He loves cats.
Well,
ship them down there like you offered.
Gerald Draper knows. I offered Neil a pretty good deal. I would ship him 10 cats and $75 for 1 gram of crystallized osmium.
I don't think he has a full gram.
Oh no, damn it!
Well, I don't know, but I know he did say the other day that he doesn't have any silver, gold, or platinum. So, and that he's struggling financially. So I don't know how much osmium he has, but I don't know about that, buddy. But he did say in a live that he ain't got no metals other than osmium.
So how do you push something if you don't have it?
Well, and that's my other question. In that same video, he said he's too good to go. Basically, he's too good to start over and go work at 7-Eleven. So if you believe in something so much, why wouldn't you go work a job or 2 jobs to get that money to buy those assets that you believe in so much? Dude, I'm telling you, I'll Grubhub for gold because I believe in gold. I'll Grubhub for certain stocks. I believe in stocks. I ain't too good to do nothing.
You know who has a chunk of osmium?
OC.
Sal. Sal has
osmium?
He has osmium, but his is the I don't know. Oh, he showed everybody one day. He was doing a live stream on it. He had a chunk of osmium, but it's not the crystallized osmium. It's the actual.
I didn't know that.
I can't say it's raw form because it had the periodic table symbol on it.
Nickel's trying to get me to buy some osmium, like $100 worth, just to say I have some. I'm like, it doesn't really appeal to me. It's not liquid. I mean, I don't like unliquid. I don't like acids that aren't liquid. I mean, what's up, Bob? I guess having a couple $100 worth would be cool, but it ain't liquid. Not really. Yes, Sal does have rhodium.
Stuff is toxic. Like if you touch it. but the crystallized form is okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's as far as I understand. That's what it's like.
Huh.
You know,
so it's like stacking uranium. You can't touch it.
yeah.
Huh.
The funny thing is that this buddy of mine, he hangs out at the LCS. His name's Travis. Anyhow, he has a big jewelry store, you know, where they deal in kind of like that Trax guy, you know, in New York City. Maybe not quite on Trax level, but this dude has a private jet and has that jewelry store over there on Rodeo Drive or wherever. And anyhow, I asked him about it. I said, "Hey, Travis, have you ever heard of crystallized osmium?" He's like, "Nope, never heard of it."
Yeah.
And I tried showing him the video on it, you know, and he's like, how would I use this in jewelry? And is it like diamonds or what is it? You know, and I was like, here, watch the videos. And I asked him about it the other day, and he's just like, you know what? It's not even worth messing with.
Well, I'll tell you. So let me tell you about platinum. I didn't start buying platinum for a long time. I'm looking at Gerald's comment. You know, Gerald, you like to bust Nichols' balls, and I get it. He does beat a dead horse, but a lot of what he says is true. So y'all shouldn't shun him as much as you do. And although he does beat things to death, and he doesn't have chat on, that I get. It's like platinum, okay? My biggest worry with platinum was liquidity. And I did my research. Okay, and make no mistake, liquidity with osmium is 100 times a bigger issue than it is with platinum. Yeah. And I will tell you right now, I have a number of shops I deal with that won't buy platinum, and I have a number of shops that I deal with that will buy platinum. So platinum is not as liquid as gold. Silver is probably not as liquid as gold, but gold and silver are far more liquid than platinum. Platinum's still pretty liquid. If platinum was any less liquid, I wouldn't stack it. Osmium is many, many times less liquid than platinum. So I just got no interest in it. Honestly, I got no interest. It's cool looking stuff, but nobody knows what it is except for like 6 guys. How does that help me when I want to offload it?
Exactly.
I got to pee again. Can you hold it down for a second while I go pee?
Yeah. Well, let me say this about nickel real quick. There's been people in the community that have followed Nickel's lead on sterling and have been making fairly good amounts of cash and then flipping it into gold off of Nickel's sterling advice.
I'm going to go sterling hunting too, and that's thanks to Nickel. All right, I'll be right back. Continue. Okay. Sorry. There. You're right.
So you know, Nickel, what Nickel's taught this person or these people that have followed his advice is way more beneficial than what somebody else is saying. You know, he's like an idiot savant, and he uses that. Well, if you can't dazzle them with brilliance, then baffle them with bullshit, and that's what this Neil is. You know, if you're going to be preaching something, man, back it up. And that's why I love Nickel so much, man, because he's a character, but he freaking backs it up, man. He did it. He has the proof that he did it. You know, he's not just regurgitating some shit that Frohawk Ninja said. So everybody wants to bust Nickel's balls, man. He had a game plan, and what he said it the other day. He's something like on 10,000 ounces of silver or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know, but you know,
And something else. So I used to make fun of him because he always has these teapots and all this crap. And as I saw what Chef did, and I started thinking, okay, if I take an approach like Chef, where I take it to the refiner, because there's one in Portland called AAA Refining, and I melt it down, and either have them put it in the bullion, which I probably wouldn't do because it probably costs too much. If I can get it cheap, take it, melt it, and buy real bullion with it, or have stock money with it, dude, I'm getting metal. And I don't care about bullion prices at that point because I'm paying so little for the sterling. It makes sense. Now, I don't want a bunch of teapots and plates and shit sitting around my house like nickel, because how do you store that without having it everywhere? You can't. I don't want that, but it makes sense what he's saying.
Oh yeah,
he doesn't. That's the thing, Robert. He doesn't roll over the sterling. He's going to sell it off when it comes time to retire. And I don't want all that crap laying around. But if you can get that sterling and have it melted down or sell it, dude, you can get that stuff pretty cheap. He's onto something. And he's also right about tariffs being a tax. I'm sorry, but I agree with him 100% on that. Now, he's wrong about wanting to privatize the USPS because that'll just drive prices up for the mail. Y'all ever use FedEx? They're terrible. UPS, terrible. And by the way, you can send mail through UPS and FedEx, by the way. But I agree with him on a lot of things. I don't agree with him not being a very good tipper for the pizza man. I don't like that. I don't want pieces of sterling laying around my house, but he's kind of smart, dude, in some ways. That's
yeah,
right, that's his SSI. So y'all should go spend some more time watching his videos and leaving some positive comments instead of busting his nuts all the time, because yes, he does beat the Trump thing with like a dead horse. But y'all got to remember, he was a huge Trump guy. I told him I wasn't voting for Trump a third time long before he even started to see this. I voted for me. I will never vote for the left. So y'all got to say, well, maybe this guy sees something. So y'all should go show him a little more support than you have been. I'm just saying. I'm off my soapbox.
Yeah. Well, I just like that he backs it up, you know.
Yep.
He backs it up where some other people don't.
Yep. And you know, to be fair, there's a lot more than just one guy that doesn't back it up. There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Ronald for a minute. How much silver does he ever show on his channel? He'll tell you it's going to 500 an ounce, but does he ever show it? Oh, Ronnie. That's a pumper channel if I ever saw one.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Old Ted Speaks. What's he got? One roll of dimes?
Yeah, he's still shaking. He's still, you know,
well, Beto, he did make a bet with Neil, and Neil didn't take it. But Neil did say in a live stream the other day he doesn't own any silver, so that's probably why he didn't take the 10-ounce bet. And I'm not putting any information out there that he hasn't publicly released. I suspected this for a long time, so I'm not taking a dump on the guy. I'm just saying that's probably why he didn't take the bet, Beto. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Texas.
Nothing. I just got the laptop going again, so I can read for some reason I can't see the chat on my.
I can't see it in StreamYard either, man. I got to look at it from YouTube. This is so weird. Ever since I upgraded again, because I was upgraded forever, and then I downgraded because I quit doing lives, and now that I upgraded again, and I still can't figure out how to dual stream, everything's changed. I can't see the chat on the upgrade of it. I don't think this was worth $45.
Well, Gerald Draper, how much Bitcoin do you own? I mean, if people want to sit here and talk about Bitcoin and all this other stuff, man, and what good's it do you to, you know, like your mentor, what good's it do you to talk all this shit about it if you don't have it?
Now, I will say this about nickel. I will say this about nickel and Bitcoin. He has been 100% wrong about cryptos. He's, they're going to crash tomorrow, because he doesn't like them. It don't matter if you like something or not. It has no bearing on the fact whether it's a good investment or not. So he is wrong in that respect. But I also got to give him credit, because now nickel's not Mr. Anti-stock like he used to be. He's like, stocks to pay dividends might be a good way to go for some people. Now, that's not the nickel from a year ago. So he has evolved in a lot of ways. He's seen certain things he doesn't like from his candidate. He's starting to see that he can actually make some money off dividends and ETFs. He's still wrong on crypto because he just hates it so much. But I kind of see the guy evolving a little bit, and I like that. I'm sorry. You own none? What?
Yeah,
Well,
he
okay.
owns no Bitcoin.
So he's strictly altcoins. Okay. What about meme coins? Do you do meme coins, or are you just all altcoins? Because see, generally the way it works is Bitcoin goes up and then it goes down. But when Bitcoin goes down, your altcoins go up. It's kind of a trajectory. So if you're going to make any money in crypto, it's definitely going to be in alt and or meme coins. I agree with that 100% because Bitcoin is so damn expensive, man. You'd have to put so much in there that if it doubled, you'd get rich. I mean, who's got that kind of capital besides Kenji, of course?
Price of Bitcoin today. Let's see, where's it at?
I treat Bitcoin. I don't have too much in there. I treat Bitcoin as like a blue chip stock, but I'm never going to get rich on it because it's too late in the game. I'd have to have so much money to put in there, but I do hold some. But now altcoins are probably the best bet. And you got altcoins, don't you, Texas? I know you do.
We got a couple thousand XRP. Whatever that is, I don't know. I don't keep up with that stuff, man. That's the wife's.
I've done damn good on Solana, and no one ever talks about Solana, and that's a mistake because I did damn good on Solana. No one ever talks about it, and they should. Ethereum is not bad either. I have XRP. I have damn, it's been so long. XRP. I got some Doge. I got some Pepe. I've got some Bitcoin, obviously. I've got some Shibu. I've got XRP. I've got Algorand. I got a bunch of them, man.
Yeah, I don't know what all we got, man. That's the wife. The wife deals with all that stuff. I don't.
I need some H bar. I need to find a good place to buy H bar. I'd like to get some H bar too. And see, that's where Nickel and I differ. Nickel has zero risk tolerance. And I did that with gold, man. I was like, oh, it's too. When I started stacking, it's $1,200 or whatever it was. That's too expensive. Well, that was stupid. I should have. You know what I'm saying? I've learned that I've cost myself some money by being a pussy. Nickel he doesn't have any risk tolerance. That's okay. I mean, because he's already made it. I mean, dude, he's going to be just fine.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Me, I'm scared to death. And that goes back to if I was my age and had nothing, I'd be scared to death. If I was in my 50s and had nothing, like some folks, I would be paralyzed with fear. I would be doing all I could. And it's still, I mean, I honestly, man, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest with all y'all. I've been slacking on the side gigs. Like when I get a day off sometimes, I don't want to go drive Grubhub as much as I used to. I don't want to do DoorDash as much as I used to. And that's really stupid. Because if I really applied myself with my job and doing that, like, because I work split shifts on weekends, you see, I got 4 hours of downtime. If I used two of those 4 hours or 3 of those 4 hours 2 times a week, and I went to Grubhub in the morning before my shift in the afternoon, on days I work in the afternoon, I mean, my schedule's all over the board, I'd be so friggin' loaded. So really, I'm not doing it right because I'm getting kind of, well, I'm comfortable. I got to worry. And that's stupid because I have an opportunity to make a whole lot of money. So I need to get off my lazy ass and work more. I do. I admit it. I'm calling myself out.
Yeah. Well, I tend to never miss any work, and even from the Pizza Hut job, even though, I put in 10.5 to 11 hours a day at my regular job, and then I'll go do from 6:30 till close during the week, and Fridays it's from 6:30 till 1.
What's up, Jack? Oh yeah, dude, you're a machine, dude.
And Saturdays
I need to be more of a machine.
Saturdays it's 6:30 to 1. So yeah, man. I mean, I get my naps when I can. I've just adjusted to operating on 5 to 6 hours of sleep every night if I can get that. But
yep.
You got to have a diverse portfolio, right? A diverse stack, a diverse portfolio, but I mean, let's face it, some of these cats are coming in here and they're talking to a age group of people that aren't technology, that we're not shit, man. The majority of my life was spent without a cell phone,
Hell, the two of us couldn't figure out how to StreamYard this on both of our channels. We are not tech guys.
So, and it's just the age that, what's the average age demographic of your viewers?
I haven't looked in a while, but it's like 98% male last time I looked, and it's I think they're all in their 40s and above, man. For the most part, like low. I mean, we're talking like 97%, and there's like 3% that are under 40 or some crap.
Yeah, that's about what mine is too. Everybody that watches this stuff is usually 35 years old and older.
Yeah,
and
except Nickel, he's 150.
Yeah, Nickel's older than time.
Nickel was around when they invented the nickel.
So when people come in and they're trying to talk all this Bitcoin and altcoin and all that stuff, you gotta understand, the majority of us grew up where silver, especially people like Nickel or some of the older guys. Even, I mean, I don't know how old Nickel is, but
I think he's 55. I think he's 55 or something.
Well, see, if he's 55, he's only 8 years older than I am.
Well, and the reason everyone makes fun of him for being old because he thinks like he's 95. He's got old mentality. Yeah, he's 55 according to OC. Yeah, 55. That sounds right. Neil's 57, according to what he said the other day, from what I've been told, and Nickel's 55. So, believe it or not, as old as Nickel is, y'all, older than time, like Texas said, he's actually 2 years younger than the cat guy. Neil. I mean, not Neil. Nickel, man, he's still in diapers, man. He's a young buck. He just thinks like he's 95 in his ways.
So if we were in here talking altcoins and Bitcoins and all these other different meme coins, unicorn fart bell.
I'm sorry, man, Stuart. Oh, Jesus. He does show his package a lot, man. Beto, you're a young buck. Oh,
so,
man.
We're not going to get it. We're not going to get it as quick as some of these younger people will. Apparently Gerald Draper's older than both of them.
Is he? How old are you, Gerald? I wondered how old Gerald is, to be honest with you. I have no idea. And I'm not being a smartass. I really don't know. I'm curious. I am older than them both. Yeah, wow. OC is 61, still stacking. Thanks, Beto. I'm glad we can help you out. Us geriatrics. 58 in May. Okay. Damn, you got Nickel beat, man. You got Neil beat. Damn, Granddad. Oh, man. The thing is, honestly, I learned this a long time ago. I'll tell y'all something right now. When I was 30 years old, you ever try to put them trash bags on them big old trash cans at work and they just don't stretch? You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
And you try to tie them off. When you try to tie them off, there's not enough to tie left over. Let me tell you what an 18-year-old kid showed me. Actually, I think he was 17. He tore the bag and created more so he could use it to tie it up on the side of the can. I never thought of that. And I'm thinking to myself, this 18-year-old kid that everyone's going to be, 18-year-old kid don't know nothing, just taught me something invaluable, and I never forgot it. And that's happened a couple times. I've had a younger person teach me something invaluable. So my point is, it don't matter where good information comes from. If it's good information, it's good information. And I think we can all learn something from each other. It might be that you don't want to be anything like that person because they're an a-hole. Or it might be you can learn valuable investment or savings advice or nutrition, whatever it is. But I think we can all learn something good or bad from everybody else. I really believe that.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Like I've learned from West Texas that his dog eats better than I do in my house because he's always cooking that good food. I've learned that. I know the dog eats better at your house than I eat at my house. I already know.
Mrs. does a chicken and rice. Shit, she makes him his own special meals now.
Oh, I bet she does. She probably has you serve it to him in a butler uniform or her in a maid uniform. I mean, I know that dog's living better than I am.
Fucking dog. I get home from work and she's like, I'm like, what's for dinner? And she's like, there's some frozen burritos in the air fryer.
Apparently, I'm an
There's
a-hole,
some
he
frozen,
says.
there's some frozen burritos in the air fryer for you. And I'm like, thanks. What'd the dog eat?
Well, I don't feel too bad for you, man, because I've seen what you cook up for breakfast on your shows, and damn, I assume you get some of that, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, I eat pretty good, man.
You know what I want to get back into? I used to go buy them big logs of sausage. I love sausage, right? That sounded weird, but okay. I love breakfast sausage. I would take that. If I felt like being fat, I'd put some hash browns in there. But I'm telling you, dude, you take some sausage, you brown that up, in a pan, like one of them big old, like, what are they, 10, 12-ounce logs, right?
Yeah.
You put some frozen pepper. I'm too lazy to do it myself, so I buy the frozen pepper, green pepper, red pepper, yellow pepper, and white onion mix. You put that in there with it, maybe a little bit of cheese, some seasoning, some onion seasoning, some salt, some pepper. Oh, my, that's a damn good breakfast, dude. I need to get back on that train. That is a damn good skillet to make. And when I watch you do all this cooking, I think to myself, why don't I do that anymore? So I'm going to get up back on that breakfast train, baby. I'm going shopping tomorrow. You've inspired me.
Man, it's just, like I said, it's Sunday's the only day I have off, and it's something that I can do for the family, And it's like when I cook ribeyes, man, we love eating ribeyes, and it gets kind of spendy, so there's a grocery store here a few blocks away from the house that if you get there early enough on Sunday mornings, you can get they'll have all the ribeyes and T-bones or whatever that's pushing the expiration date. They'll have it over there in the reduced section, man. I'll grab them from there. Hell, a little bit of aged gray and green on those steaks, and it'll cook right out.
Later, Jack. If you're around noon Pacific Standard tomorrow, man, I'll be on with a guy that's pretty cool. So pop on in. Have a good Easter, brother. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, man. You've actually. I'm not kidding you. I'm not making a joke. You've actually inspired me to start cooking myself some good breakfast again. Now, what you don't know is I am going to cyber stalk you, and when you cook the right meal, you're going to get a knock on your door, and it's going to be my fat ass with my hand out. Come on, brother. Help a brother out.
Well, apparently you'll know exactly where I live.
Oh, man. Well, I do have to get up somewhat early. Man, 18 people. Do you got anything else you want to go over?
Nah, man. Mrs. there didn't know what to put down on that.
I'm sorry I couldn't figure out how to get this on your channel, too. I wanted to dual stream. I apologize. I don't know how to do that.
That's all right, man. No big deal. I did.
Next time we'll do it on your channel, though, because I think I owe you a couple now.
Nah, you're good, man. It's that I don't have that StreamYard, so I don't know.
Dude, it's so easy. It's so easy. You don't even have to have it. You just log in. Like, dude, I need to show you how to do it. It's so friggin' easy, bro. And if you do StreamYard, then I can come on with you. Because I use a webcam. I don't use my phone. So I can't do YouTube Live because I don't have an expensive phone. I mean, it's a Motorola friggin' Stylus 5. It was a nice phone 2 years ago. So I'm not Night Beto. I'm not, I don't have an iPhone. To me, I'd rather have metal. So if I can show you how to use StreamYard, dude, it's so friggin' easy. Then I can come on your show whenever. So I'm just saying.
Man, I got a cheap phone. I got a real cheap phone. I got an Android 22 or something like that.
Well, and the other thing I'll show you, if y'all can see this. Okay. Oh, shit. So this square thing right here used to like have a thing that like held the phone up, it's like a rest kind of thing.
Yeah.
That busted off. So I would have to hold my phone or set it somewhere weird the whole time to have a stream work. It's just, man, I got a webcam. It's just a whole lot easier for me. But I can't use it.
Yeah. No, I just got a little tripod type thing. Got a couple of them. I don't know.
I mean, I the only videos I shoot from my phone are shorts because YouTube makes me. I use a Sony camcorder to shoot my videos. That's why none of my videos are over 10 minutes because I can only store 10-minute videos at a time on my SD card. Then I got to delete it. That's why my videos, my regular format videos, are never over about 9-10 minutes. Now because I use a camcorder. So I'm very basic in my technology, man.
Me too. Me too. It's the regular, just regular phone and no editing. I know that, man.
Dude. You're making me yawn.
Yeah, it's 12:34 here, and it's not terribly late, but
you got to work in the morning, right?
Yeah, I got to get up at 5:45.
Oh my! Well, all right, y'all. If you're around tomorrow, great crowd, especially on Easter. I'll be on with Tim, America the Battlefield. He's very, very interesting guy.
This Gerald Draper's kind of
pop on. Yeah, Gerald. Go show friggin'. I mean, y'all already know Texas. I'm sure if you don't, you need to. So go show him love. But y'all need to go to some of Nichols' videos, give him a like, give him a positive comment. You got to respect the guy. Just saying. He's done a lot of good. So,
I'd say just by Nickel helping, showing, Chef following his lead, and being able to be successful with that. That says a lot right there.
Yep. And Nickel didn't put me up to saying this. It just kind of pisses me off a little bit. I mean, Nickel, he's right about a lot of things. He's got an interesting perspective. Plus, we need to get him to keep the chat on. Yeah, and I told him, I said, listen, man, when you don't have chat on, I like it and I leave. I said, people don't like lives without a chat. That's the whole. Gerald, he didn't go woke. He doesn't like tariffs. I don't like tariffs, but I ain't a leftist. Tariffs are a tax. That doesn't mean he's woke. It means he's questioning things. He's not a blind follower of a cult. So you really got to stop with that. Don't mean he's woke. It means he's saying,
listen, you got to watch out for Gerald.
He's saying
you got to watch out for that.
My guy did something I don't like. Who's the California hippie?
Oh, his Gerald's mentor there.
His mentor.
His mentor, man, freaking Neil.
Yeah.
I mean, man, I'm about ready to go off. So
just for questioning something that your guy doesn't make you. Just because you disagree with something. Look, I think Trump sucks for guns because he shit on my 2A, and I think he sucks for tariffs. That don't mean I support the left. It just means I don't support those two things. My guy did. So just because you disagree with something on one side does not mean you support the other side. That's not how that works. And people can't separate those ideologies, and I don't understand why. I really don't. I'm a diehard conservative. I am right to the end. There are some things I don't care as much about as others, but that don't mean I got to support everything that's fed to me by my guy.
But you know what kind of mentality that is, right? That's more of a leftist mentality, Like
I used to believe that, brother, but I'm starting to realize that people on the right are just as blind about seeing when their guy does something stupid that the people on the left do. So it's the same sickness. It really is. I don't believe that anymore. And when I came to that realization, it blew me away because I'm like, I'm a conservative. I thought we were smarter about that. And it really shattered my world when I realized we as a whole are just as blind, holding our guy accountable as those on the left, and it's sad.
It's not going the way I thought it was going to go. Tell you the truth, man. I'm not very happy with the way it's been so far.
My lunch meat went up 20 cents a pack last week. My special bread I eat went up $1 a loaf because it's hero bread. It's 0 carb because carbs make my ass jiggle. That went up $1. My freaking Carl Buttig roast beef and ham packages for my sandwiches, that went up 20 cents, 21 cents actually. Gas was $2.99 when the kid sniffer was in office. I'm paying $4.20. I mean, I'm not going to lie and say things are down when they're not, just because I want that to be true. Things, I'm not happy with the way things are going either, my brother.
What is it? Gas is still $2.89 here.
Yeah, it's weird, man. Some parts of the country is down, but I'll tell you this: everyone I've talked to about groceries has said their groceries have gone up recently. So that seems to be across the board. People will have you believe it's not, but Nichols groceries went up. Mine went up. I think you said I was talking to Cyclops. He said his old lady does, and he's in Tennessee. His old lady does the shopping. She says they've gone up. But see, you have all these people that say, oh, groceries are down because they want that to be the truth. But it's not. Like, people confuse facts and emotions with a lot of things. That's really unfortunate.
And let's face it, it also depends on what kind of groceries you're buying too. I'm not saying go buy the Western Family brand, but go and pick. There's smart ways to shop, man, and buying freaking Pop-Tarts and Hot Pockets and trash like that. That's actually more expensive in the long run.
Since we're talking about tariffs, Gerald, Ronald Reagan, also terrible for the Second Amendment. He gave us the National Firearm Act of 1986. Not a very conservative move, but I digress. People would argue, and they'd be correct, that he was probably the best economic president that we've ever known. Even he spoke and warned of tariffs. So I have to give it to Reagan. But because people don't want to believe their guy is wrong with tariffs, they discount that. But 6 months ago, everyone agreed with Reagan. So that's food for thought. Just saying. You're smart to question everything. And that don't mean I'm anti-Trump. It means I'm anti-cult mentality. That's what it means.
I tell you,
if I ever vote left, I want you guys to take me out to the woods and put me down, by the way. I mean that. That means I've lost my mind. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm more and more anti-establishment more than anything else, man.
Me too. I don't like the government at all.
It's not they're not appointed. They are appointed, but once they get appointed, they think that empowers them for life.
Yep. I am pro Rand Paul though. I'm really digging him lately. I like that guy.
Yeah.
But you know what? He's government, so how do you know if you can trust him? I mean, let's be honest. Just because it's the lesser of two evils, it's still government. So I don't like establishment either, dude. I just don't. I just want to be left alone.
Yep. And for all these people talking about that we need a silver and gold backed dollar again, no, we don't.
It can't happen.
Keep the government out of the metals, and that's it.
Well, I mean, we got so many people now, and we got so many dollars in existence. I mean, there's not enough metal to back the current. Even if we did a buy or trap metal standard, I mean, good luck. It's a nightmare. Anyway, I challenge all y'all to go over and blow up some of Nichols' videos with some comments, just to mess with them. Let's play with him. Let's get him some views and some comments and some likes. And he'll hit me up tomorrow. Man, I don't know, man. I got all these views and all these comments. I don't know what's going on, man. I think it'd be hilarious. Anyway, if y'all are around tomorrow at noon, come on by.
Yeah, I do agree with Draper on that. Stop printing.
100%. 100%. But see, the problem with our
money, it's just freaking numbers. It's just numbers and That's it. It's all electronical numbers, man.
But see, the problem with our monetary system is dependent on new debt being introduced into it to survive. If we don't take on new debt through printing money, it collapses. I mean, it is such a flawed system, dude. Like, we have screwed up so bad. It's like, I'm against printing, but if we don't take on more debt, our dollar collapses. I mean, it's a nightmare, dude. J-Lo. Yeah. Anyway, I hope you all pop in at noon tomorrow. I thank you for Texas for doing this. If y'all know how to teach a dumb hillbilly how to stream one video on 2 channels with the upgraded StreamYard, please, God, send me an email. I'm pulling my hair out what little's left of it because I shave it. So keep stacking, y'all. Happy Easter. Go send Nickel some love. Come by tomorrow. Send Texas some love. And I got nothing else. I don't know about Texas. You want to close this out?
Yeah, I'm good, man. It's good. Kindness and all that. Be kind to each other, and
kind, helpful, and grateful. I've heard that somewhere.
Kind, helpful, yeah. And
which actually is good.
Buy silver, platinum, and crystallized osmium, man.
Kind, helpful, and grateful truly is good advice, though.
It is. It is, man. We need more kindness in the world.
I'm not sure that yelling at people and calling them liberals because they don't like tariffs and yelling at people in your chat and blocking them as being kind or grateful, or helpful. Yeah. But it is a good message. Woke. Yep. But it's a good message. So if we actually apply it, if we all applied it, we'd actually be in good shape.
That woke isn't exactly what people. It doesn't mean what people think it means. When you're truly awake, you will truly see that it's not a left or a right. It's not that whole woke thing's used to divide.
Yep. And there are woke people. It is bad to be woke, but it is wonderful to be awake.
Exactly.
Huge difference.
And when you're awake, you're going to realize that it should be us against them.
100%. And we should all be on the same page, but we're so divided.
Yeah, because some people are woke and not awake.
I mean, all these people talk about, civil unrest and the civil, you all know what I'm saying. I don't want to say the word. Who do I fight with? I don't like the uber mega right because they're nuts. I'm a recovering QAnon. I definitely don't like the woke left. So where's my constitutionalist? Because that's what I believe in. So the whole thing's a mess. Too much division, man. We should all be constitutionalist. We should all want limited government. We should all want free trade, between all the countries. Like, we should want lower taxes. We should, but everyone wants their gender reassignment surgeries paid for by somebody else. Us. Everybody wants, it's a nightmare on every end of the spectrum, dude. Anyway, I'm gonna go cut my pee-pee off after saying that because I want to be awoke and I want to be a pretty woman.
Well, before you do that, go ahead and get your name out there. I heard earlier tonight that there's a underground movement that's looking for people to recruiting people, very secretive, very hush type stuff to go ahead and turn the state of California into a Republican state.
Oh my!
Damn.
The funny thing about California is it's much like Oregon. The majority of the state geographically is red, but it's those big cities. It's those big cities, man, that speak for the whole state, and it sucks. That's funny.
Portland, Salem, Eugene, and Bend.
Oh. Yep. And in California, you got what? You got San Francisco. You got LA. You got, God knows who else. They speak for the whole state, and it sucks.
Yeah. I remember when they passed that law in Oregon that you couldn't hunt bears or cats you couldn't run them with dogs.
Couldn't tree them and stuff. Yeah,
you couldn't tree them, and that law passed strictly from from the valley, man, the valley side of it. And it's funny because not even 5 years after that law passed, you had more incidents of mountain lions stalking hikers and people out in the woods. It was pretty funny,
Ain't
actually.
that crazy? Well, that's because people who wanted to make the policy came from suburbia, didn't know a damn thing about the policy they wanted to support so much. Isn't that funny how that works with things?
Yeah, man. They had no idea what it was like, in Eastern Oregon.
People are just mind blown. All right, man. I got to get some sleep, dude.
Yeah, me
Hope
too.
I see you all tomorrow at noon Pacific, and go blow up Nichols' channel. Show him some love, for real. He's been shunned, and it's kind of irritating me. He's smarter than we give him credit for. He's done a lot of good in the community.
He is, man. And you know what? Let's get him to turn on that dang chat, man. And it'll probably go up.
Pigs flying might be more likely. I beat on that man all the time about that. I'm like, no one wants to watch a chat with a live with no chat, dummy. That's what a live is for, is to interact. So I'll keep beating on him. All right, y'all. Have a good night.
Y'all have a good night. And heck, me and the missus might do something tomorrow night. I don't know.
All right.
We'll see what happens. I might come home from work and go straight to sleep. So tomorrow's my night off from the Pizza Hut. So.
Oh, you're going to be cooking some steaks.
Yeah. Hopefully she has something cooked when I get home from work. So.
You better get her on it.
Yep.
All right, man. Keep stacking, y'all. Happy Easter. See you tomorrow at noon. Go give Nichols some kisses because I'm going to. Digital kisses.
I have to have his email or figure out a way to send him something. I wanted to send him a gold back, but
you talking about Nickel?
Nickel, yeah.
Oh, I'll send you his email address.
All right, heck yeah.
All right, man. I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you right after the stream. All right, later.
Later, man. Y'all have a good one.
Happy Easter. Keep stacking. Strategic. Strategic. Out.
Simplify.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, look at that.